guys that I know, if I take tonight off, I know that one of them is probably in the studio crafting something magical, so I should probably stay a little longer. I should probably not go to the club. I should just, work, because I know that there's somebody else working if I decide to go play.
I ain't with no nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest.
Yeah.
100,000 on watches, I'm just honest. Coops all on coops, I'm just honest. Bitch coming back dirty, I'm just being honest. Got bitches kissing on bitches, I'm just being honest. I'm a rock star for life, I'm just being honest. Got a check coming right now, I'm just being honest. We done turned up and platinum, then we gon' hit Onyx. Ain't nothing but a dope boy, I'm just being honest. These niggas get shot for being honest. I fucked her on the spot, I'm just being honest. I'ma stack it till it rock, I'm just being honest. And I'm driving far coats, dash 200. Live a rich nigga life, I'm just being honest. Real street nigga ain't get nothing but some pain from it. Name with no nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest.
Yeah.
100,000 on watches, I'm just honest. Coops all on coops, I'm just honest. Black strings and truck spot, I'm honest. Get real with all you niggas, I'm just too honest. Two bitches at the strip club, I'm just honest. Two them niggas all out of the hood, I'm just honest. Little Mexico for life, I'm just honest. I came up shooting dice, I'm just honest. Name with no nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest. I'ma stack it till it rock, I'm just being honest. And I'm driving far coats, dash 200. Live a rich nigga life, I'm just being honest. Real street nigga ain't get nothing but some pain from it. Name with no nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest. 100,000 on watches, I'm just honest. Coops all on coops, I'm just honest.
Why didn't you pay for this beat though? Why didn't you pay for this beat though?
Welcome to Karina's Custom Arena,
where the competition is fierce
and the
community unstoppable.
From Apex Legends Gunfight
So far, gonna push through. Can he get it? That's the
to epic Tekken 8 clashes.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
and wild team wars in Marvel Rivals.
And a triple for the side of Psylocke, possibly a
CCA brings you tournaments across today's most exciting games.
With cash prizes, brackets, and spotlight moments all wrapped into one. And don't forget about Karina's Custom Arcade.
Earn Karina coins just by playing, watching, or helping during events.
Then cash them in for consoles, controllers, gift cards, and more. So what are you waiting for?
Join the community, enter a bracket, and start your journey
At
Karina's
Custom
Arena.
Arena.
Hello, full welcome to the Korea's Custom Arena, the third edition of the Apex Trials tournament, and this is going to be the playoffs for the same. This is going to be your boy Bullet on the desk with me, Joel Size. Today is going to be a very lovely lady, Cherry J. Cass. So, Cherry, how are you doing today? And welcome to the show.
I'm doing great today, Bullet. This is going to be a big game. We have the playoffs of the Korean Custom Arena Apex Legends August edition. This is a big game. These teams, they've been able to make it through Saturday's matches. Those qualifiers have gone down. We've come to our top 20, and now we're going to be able to see who's going to take it in the end. I'm super excited.
Yeah, so well, it's kind of like the same excitement for me as well. So yesterday it was Codex for to join on the casting list, and did had a lot of fun. But talking about some of the teams coming in from the lobby number 1 that we had on the broadcast, it was somewhere around that we did saw a whole lot of kind of like the very consistent gameplay when we talk about teams like LICS, HYK, even I would say Fit Killers in the same category. But when we talk about teams like Cumberland, especially Cumberland University, we did saw them struggling in the first 2 games. In game number 1, they were only able to secure 3 elimination points. In game number 2, they did a whole lot of improvisation, and from 3 elimination points, they did secure 7 elimination points. In game number 3, there was a team to secure the Apex Championship. Sorry, the Apex number 1 spot, being the team to win out the game number 3, and with 15 elimination points. So you do see the improvisation, the adaptation, and the overall evolvement coming in from teams like Cumberland University. But now today it is going to be the playoffs for the third edition of the Korean Custom Arena for Apex Legends, and we do have 10 teams coming in from lobby number 1, and then 10 teams coming in from lobby number 2. And as we talk about it, let's take a look at the playoffs bracket.
Yeah, I'm really excited to take a look at what these teams might possibly be looking like in terms of who we really have to take a little bit of an eye towards. But number 1, LICS, we saw them last month, and they really were able to put such a strong stranglehold over the entire roster of these 20 teams. Now, we're going into a new season, new month, and I'm really excited. We got a couple new names looking to make their way up to the top, and I'm personally going to be looking towards that Cumberland University squad. As you said, they did take a little bit to gain momentum within that first little bit of the first day, but now they're in 3rd place. They've been able to really take that step forward, and that's definitely a team you got to watch out for. Beyond them, RMX. Now that's also a roster that definitely has the firepower. They came 2nd in lobby number 2 with a win at the very end, scoring 94 points, an absolute domination towards that final bit of the series. As we know, it is going to be that marathon, not a sprint, so you really do have to just kind of keep your momentum throughout the entire series. You can't lose early on, and if you do, it definitely has opportunities for you to make that comeback, as we've seen from teams like RMX, who've been able to qualify such a high position in the 2nd place. I mean, that's absolutely absurd at the end of 1 game alone, securing a win. So I'm really looking forward to seeing whether or not they're going to be pulling similar strats coming into this playoff day, or whether or not they might have a little bit of an out the gate start that might possibly shake the entire lobby up.
Yeah. And talking about lobby number 2 specifically, as you talked about Farango, you talked about RMX, and there's one team that is also going to be in my radar personally. It's going to be Team Inferno. From what I'm able to recall, possibly there's like some different players name from the side of Team Inferno, but this team name is something which kind of rings in my ear, and I kind of remember them from the previous edition of the Apex Trials tournament that we have seen in June and July. I could be wrong about it, but talking about some teams like from what I'm able to see the data for game number 4 and game number 3, yes, we do have some not very consistent gameplay, but some of the teams are able to actually kind of like take those early gunfights, win those elimination points for themselves, and able to rack up some really good numbers. Now, talking specifically about Farango was able to secure 22 kill points when it came down to the game number 4 at Storm Point, but in game number 3, they were just only to secure 8 kill points. So, some of these kind of like the pattern are kind of like, here and there, but we'll get on to it because this is the playoffs bracket. The top 10 teams are from both the lobbies are going to battle out each other for the championship. claiming the victory title of Karina's Custom Arena, the third edition of the Epic Trials. And for looking for all of you joining in for the stream, if you're very unaware of how playoffs at Apex Legends work, let me tell you about it. For the format for today is going to be the match point finale, and which is going to be set at the 50-point threshold. The first team to reach down 50 points will unlock the match point eligibility. And if they win a game after they unlock the match point eligibility, they will win the entire tournament. But for this one, there's going to be one specific rule that you need to keep in mind. Even if there's going to be someone who's going to win it at game number 3, will still have the game number 4 just to enjoy the entire tournament. So minimum of 4 games is definitely that one thing that you're going to see here at today's playoffs bracket broadcast.
Yeah, I'm super excited, but I kind of want to look towards that third place team from lobby number 1. Now, HYK, someone who's a little bit on that down low, is going to be painful. This is a player we really have to watch out for. They only secured 8 kills within day number 1. However, in terms of that survivability time, they were on top of the leaderboard by a pretty wide margin, over a minute compared to the second highest placed player in terms of survivability. I'd call that somebody who really could be a wild card. So HYK, I mean, they came third, definitely not the highest placement. However, it certainly shows that you cannot count them out.
Yeah, definitely. There are, teams like them who are definitely can bring us some really good surprise elements into the entire matchup and kind of like catch you off guard. But we'll have to just wait for it. I feel like, teams like LICS, when it comes down from lobby number 1, teams like Cumberland University, they will be at their same momentum pace compared to what they did yesterday. It will be, looking like a very kind of like a team who is kind of like a hard one to, take up a gunfight against. So I'm looking forward on how, top teams from lobby number 1 and top teams from lobby number 2 are going to battle out each other in this matchup. So our first map is going to be none other than this side of from what I'm able to see and from what I'm able to set. It is going to be E-Restrict. And hey, you told me before we got this entire thing started off, you told me that you have huge number of play hours in Apex Legends Cherry. What do you think about E-Restrict? Tell me very honestly, as a player, what do you think about this map?
I don't like it.
There we go.
Same time,
I'm
a very specific type of person where I don't like new things and I don't like change, and I really, really like Kings Canyon. I think that it's just so good. It's just so good. I think that the older maps, they just have a special place in my heart. Back in 2018, 2019, being able to play Pathfinder and Wraith, just dropping down and instantly dying off spawn. It's just a feeling that you can't ever get out of my head. But, we're going to take a look. Cumberland University, going to be the team that we start off spectating. We're looking at this Caustic. Now, Zach W. Keys, they're going to be having no contention towards their location at the start. Oh, maybe not, actually. They are going to get a little bit of pings on the battlefield immediately, looking to get a little bit of information. But we move over to XP Roughnecks, and yeah, seems as if we might be seeing a skirmish already off the bat.
Yeah. For now, we talk about the side of Roughnecks. We do see them hanging around by the side of the Umberland Labs, and when you take a very cool drop, of course, you get the advantage of looting that specific point of interest all by yourself. But at this point of time where I feel like there's going to be a playoffs, I think, some of the teams will be setting their eyes to kind of like take those early elimination points for their team. For now, we do see them Roughnecks trying to drop some explosive ordnance on the top of the rooftop over here. There was some connection getting made from the side of Hazek with that grenade, but they're still very unclear where the squad took up, in which direction the squad took up the rotation. Oh, that's going to be just right there. It's going to be the first shot getting it up. Ash is about to go down. We do see some kind of like the coordination, a little bit of that coordination issues happening. And there you go. The third party comes up, and that is going to be done. Then the side of Roughnecks D actually to get eliminated. Okay, this is XP Roughnecks D to eliminate their, I guess, cousin clan, Roughnecks D. Okay, I got confused.
I was so confused on
Yeah.
what that meant. I'm not gonna lie. The thing in the top right, all right, but we're gonna be seeing another fight. The Demolishers already gonna be seeing Love Letter taken to a crisp. Gonna be activating some syringes, looking to get a bit of HP on the board. Gonna go for the shield swap, able to connect instantly, getting a little bit of an upgrade over on the Evo, and now we're just gonna see them playing a little bit more passively, and we'll see what does end up coming. Some great shots coming in from the 30-30 repeater, breaking the shields, cracking it down, Resurrection coming in, and Demolisher is going to be able to stabilize.
Yeah. For now, we have seen Demolishers in a very, I would say, a straightforward, consistent gameplay. Coming along on how they have completely kind of like, how do I put it? Sometimes around when they take fights up against team like LICS, teams like Cumberland University, yes, Demolishers are not a very like a on-spot team to win gunfights against those teams. But when we talk about them taking fight against Lurkers, ONYX, the esports, it is Demolishers to straight up get up the upper hand advantage against those teams.
And we're going to be seeing Team Inferno taking a little bit of high ground, looking to try and get a bit of verticality, taking the zip line. Now, shots go a little bit wide, able to connect one. The Gunk going to keep on pushing. They do have ultimates available, so it is possible to try and make a bit of an engagement, but the HP already drops. The 30-30 repeater coming in for hot. Now the Bangalore going to be bringing in the Q, looking to go for some more, but the smoke's just going to allow Team Inferno to get a little bit of passivity. Now as the grenades start to drop, the bombardment is enabled. Now you really got to run for the hills.
Yeah. For now, we have seen RMX in a pretty good early spot. They did take a kind of like a drop crush. Oh, that was some shot coming up with the 30-30 repeater. He gets the connection. One of the guys goes down. That's going to be hit. Let's actually go down. But right now, which I feel where there are too many gas canisters being left out, I think for a second that team has already decided to leave the entire spot and go for the respawn beacons to revive up his to recall and revive up his teammate back to the map. But for now, I think they are still trying to figure out where the entire squad went by.
And that's the problem, Bullet, right? When you're trying to engage in a building with a caustic, it's a duel that does not go your favor. Already, we're going to be seeing Asgany going down. RMX needing to get the resurrection. They see a dead body, looking to break it and thirsting it immediately. Let's see if they go for the shield swap, whether or not they try and stay. Obviously, 917 Evo is pretty strong, but now they just look to go for the resurrection. They get the revive off, dropping shields, getting the next from the opposing crate, and now they're just going to be able to stabilize once more. There is going to be the Phoenix kit that they could possibly drop, but they don't really need to, as a med kit would do the trick.
Yep. And especially there have been, I guess, I'm not really sure if it was in this showdown or it was an update before that. There were some changes made to how much damage you actually get even after round number 2 circle being kind of like very enforcing on you. So yes, there have been some changes to how the ring damage has been affected. So teams have to kind of respect the play circle and the play area and do not do late rotations if it's not needed. If you're not following that edge to edge gameplay, I think for a second that it's completely not needed to kind of like just do up those late rotations per se. But for now, when we talk about Roughnecks D, oh my god, I guess there is one team. Let me just check on it. With Roughnecks A or B, there are 3 teams named as XP Roughnecks. I'm not really sure about this at the moment, but we'll get this confirmed. But for the side of Roughnecks D, right now they are looking very much confident. They have already secured one team entirely off the map. And looking on how all of these squad numbers are still very much on to just 19. We had 20 teams dropping down to the circuit, and now we have 19 lobby, and now we have just one team getting passed by after the first circle has ended. This is looking like everybody is playing in for that passive gameplay up to round number 3, I guess.
Cumberland University, we're going to take another look back at them. I think they certainly have a good composition for the late game, but they got to play a little bit aggressive. We see the R99 absolutely bursting down, but the Peacekeeper from the side of Cumberland University not able to get the damage enabled. 2 shield batteries going to be starting to pop, trying to get the heals off. Kills come in, and it's going to be the RE45 to really just dominate. Cumberland University is going to take a couple more kills, getting their KP up on the board and taking this kill feed by storm.
Yeah, let's see about it, how the other teams can follow up. Oh, he tries to break down the door. Mercy TTV gets a double. Oh, yeah, he actually gets a double. 2 of the guys from the NF are out. Mossy gets one more. Dark Light is just trying to protect himself with the downstream. Not gonna do anything. Team Inferno not looking very right at the moment. A very troublesome spot. RV Wrapping is going to use up the medkit in the next 6 seconds. Yes, he will be kind of in a safe spot to run out this entire scenario. But for the northern parts, we do see the side of ONYX battling out with one more team. We do have R99 and 3030 repeaters. I mean, I guess for most of the people playing with the recon-based legends, I feel like 3030 repeater and the R99 combo is something that they are preferring compared to what I have seen in lobby number 2, especially like teams coming in from lobby number 1, teams like RMX, teams like LICS. But for now, RMX are going to get a couple of more kill points, and we do see the kill feed actually going crazy in terms of how the action was looking at round number 1, round number 2. Round number 2, sorry.
I think something that's interesting to note is just the fact that we still have 19 squads remaining, but only 48 players, Bullet. That's 12 players out of the lobby. Meanwhile, only 1 squad has fallen, and we saw that at the start of the game. It was very early on. Now we're going to be seeing some alter utility looking to get a little bit of high ground enabling for the team, and now they're just going to keep up towards the high ground. As I say that, though, we are going to be seeing XP Rough Nuts down. So, unfortunately, we are going to be seeing the team that was actually able to get a really strong first bit of the game. Now they're absolutely just off the board. But now New Kings going to be getting a lot of damage inputted into their opponents. Going to be keeping this space. The Evo is going to be going their way. And now with this Caustic, it might be something that they want to try and get a little bit of an engagement. Or New Kings, they're just going to looking to possibly play for this Ashblade, as it's really good for getting into zone, but they instantly fall down. D665 gonna be taking some G7 scout shots and really just demolishing their opponents with it.
Yeah. At this point of time, I do see, how do I put it? Actually, that those top teams coming in from lobby number 1 and the top podium teams coming in from lobby number 2 actually popping off. There are actually very just like handful of teams from the other part of the scorecard who are able to actually win some gunfights. But comparatively, this is much looking like competitive, I would say, a lobby that we saw previously in the day 1, because we have the top 10 teams from both squads. So a whole lot of teams are able to strategize in a different way, taking some really unique rotations, taking some really unique compositions as well in terms of the legends, it's say. For now, we do see the traps getting set off. The traps getting destroyed off from the side of Pangolo, and there was those sparrows. But for now, he actually spots someone right under the top of the tower. He's trying to connect those shots. Not going to happen. On the other hand, Team Inferno, again, looking in a very unfavorable spot.
Team Inferno, the HP is dropping. Only 1 shield battery remains for Darkite, so they're gonna have to be a little bit more conservative when it comes to bringing their shields up. Now, that means that they can't really take as many engagements as well, so they have to be playing a little bit more passive, can't have that static type movement where they just keep pushing everyone. Now, D665, on the other hand, they have a lot of utility, they have a lot of abilities, and they just seem to be playing that kind of passive position, having a dynamic hold over this building on high ground in the city. And now that they're just going to be uncontested up here, that's going to allow them to just kind of keep this position until the zone starts closing even more. But Toki might be in a different spot. This altar is getting absolutely rolled. Now we're going to be seeing the shield battery expended from the side of Gillespie. Instantly, though, Cumberland University, we swap over to them. We're seeing them on some really good positioning in the high ground, playing Blow's wind turbine, and now they see some of the opposition. They want to try and get some shots in 55, but the wind turbine blocks the view of Zach W. Keys.
For now, the wind turbines are actually causing a little bit of trouble and a little bit of that favorable spot as well, because they're able to put themselves out in a cover for split second. But for now, Kamala University making sure that they have a positional advantage as they are trying to take a rotate towards the draft point. But for now, it is going to be Phantom Esports, I guess, who have taken a decision to actually step on it. For now, might be the shot getting connected. Yes, the first shot gets connected. We do have the ult getting popped in from the side of Bangalore. He is going to pop in the shield battery. I don't think so she's going to survive. And Phantom Esports looking at a bad spot right now. When we talk about on the other scenario, yes, they were very out in the open, and some of the shots will be coming in from the third and the fourth team who are trying to just secure off some really distant, kill points, and that was going out to take down that one. Hollow Mines, on the other hand, has been eliminated, and round number 4 circle, you have 15 squads remaining. I mean, just 5 squads getting eliminated in round number 1 till round number 4. This is really, really some survival gameplay going out here.
Oh, ONYX looking to try and put some aggression on their opponents, but taking a bit of shots. And Teeter gonna have to back off immediately, swapping over. We're seeing the fuse getting instantly rolled to the ground. And ONYX gonna have no chance to pick up their fallen Patriot. Now, as Lumi falls down, they have the chance to recover the beacon, but do they have the place? No, they don't. The beacon is so far away for them to be able to revive their teammates. So now that that's covered in the zone, you'd have to imagine that they're just going to relinquish any chance of going for it. Instead, just going to opt for survival. 15 squads remain, so it's still a position where you can get those points racked up fast. Now, 35 players remain. We see that they are going to be looking towards the lurkers, and we're going to be seeing them instantly looking to possibly fight towards the zone. If they can put some pressure on some opponents, they could possibly be able to pick up some kills of people coming in from the zone. But unfortunately for them, what they don't realize is this is going to work out very poorly in their favor. Damage comes in 72 from the R99, but currently it's all up to the 30-30 repeater trying to make their way out. The lurker is going to be able to do just that, but they lose their crypto in the process.
Let's see on how some of the teams are looking at it, because these environmental hazards are also gonna be a little bit problematic. Oh my god, my tongue twist is getting crazy. Apologies for that, folks. But hey, talking about the side of ONYX, they are right now fighting over this 2-man squad. They're trying their level best to get the Lumi back on map. But for LICS, it's looking like a whole lot of good height advantage compared to what I'm able to see for some of the teams. So we do have some gas connectors getting placed up right up from the bottom of the floor. Above, that will be the second floor from this building. So LICS might take a decision to not to engage in that gunfight, not to commit to that caustic guy trying to just deviate the attention and just get him caught off guard. But for the side of DG Esports, right up here on the connection bridge, which connects to the draft point, I feel like they're in a really good spot comparatively on how and what the amount of cover they have.
Switching over DZ Esports, as you said, I like this charge rifle in this position. It can be really volatile towards their opponents. If you can get some good damage off with it, track your opponent's team. Inferno having R9 wrapping instantly forced into the medkit position, looking to go for the battery next. They have a bit of shields remaining, so certainly an option, but Darkite is going to be falling down. That means that you no longer have the mobility that the Ash possesses. You no longer have that grenade cohesion that the Ash possesses. With the utility down, it imagines that they're going to have to play a little bit towards an aggressive stance, looking to go for that respawn beacon. Whether or not they're going to be able to find it, that's a different question, but currently some shots go win. Fit Killers find the kill. Demolishers go down. The next team eliminates down to single digits. 9 rosters left.
For now, when you talk about the side of Fit Killers, they're looking very much stacked up and ready. On the other side, we have TTK over here. We have seen the Newcastle ultimate going down. We might see the Sparrows hunt, which can be really deadly though. And yeah, it is happening in from Fit Killers only. So that was the play coming off on the first stack was from Demon Sabu. And now with the bow check in hand, he can actually pop up some really good kills. And one for the highlight tweak for sure if he is able to wipe out entire squad with a bow check. But right now it's going to be the round number 5 ring closing in, and 6th round is underway, and you have 8 squads left. Bro, this is this has to be one of the highest amount of squads left out in round number 6 circle. From what I have seen the previous edition of CCA's Apex tournaments.
Yeah, Phantom Esports looking to get some heals online. They do have the Bangalore ult that can relieve pressure from outside the building, but unfortunately what needs to happen is to push into zone, but nobody's going to be alive. Nobody is going to have that chance. Cumberland University in a really good position, but they're trying to go for some shots. The caustic gas is going to be able to kind of clear away the path, but so far, Cumberland University, they just need to make something happen. The zone closes soon, and they're at the end. Team Inferno going to really be in a rough spot, pinched against the wall, against the zone. The RE45 trying to get some damage online. The frag grenade goes out, but the shots from the SMG too far, too long. The damage isn't good. The caustic gas comes in, and Team Inferno almost drops down. Another fight comes in, and Rapping takes the kill. The kill leader is being found, and their name is R9 Rapping. Phantom Esports, all 3 players alive. Gonna have to go for a bit of healing. 2 med kits being popped right now. Kraber on line. Let's see whether or not they can find that headshot, that coveted 1 tap to kill. But currently, it seems as if they need to go. They need to run. It's gonna be the blue in Cumberland that's in the one spot that nobody else is around. They have so much pressure relieved off of them, and it seems as if they're just poised to take map number 1.
The tactical comes up from the side of the ult, and it's definitely gonna help out to just maneuver around, but in this spot they have nowhere to go towards their left hand side. Possibly one way to went up and go up to there was actually when trying to use the zip lines going to be one more team, so they're kind of trapped unless Mapple is very smart, gets his ult up ready and waiting. Now he has the ultimate charged up, and so they can definitely get out of the spot as soon as possible. On the other side, we do have some ultimates from, I guess, Fuse getting popped off, but ONYX with a 2-man squad trying to secure up this victory as well.
Oh, ONYX. 2 players remaining, looking to possibly make something happen. They don't have the ultimates online. They need to go out. The Bangalore passive gets popped, getting the extra speed, putting down the smokes, looking to make something happen. But Cumberland University is alive. They trap themselves within the bubble, but it's going to be very much a good idea as the shields are down. They still have both their tanks alive, so the passive damage reduction is going to be really nice. But ONYX left with a Peacekeeper and the G7 Scout, looking to make something happen, but they keep on taking the damage, going for the teleport, looking to relieve themselves from the engagement. But Cumberland University take game number 1 in dominant fashion.
I mean, the change and the pace that we have seen from Cumberland University is just way too good. And we have seen that happening in since what, I guess, the second map of lobby number 1. Where right now, Cumberland University with 12 kill points coming their way, 12 elimination points coming their way, and now with also getting them placed with at the number 1 spot, they have secured up 24 points in the very first game. Remember, folks, on the match point system and the match point rule set, if there's one team able to secure a 40, imagine if Cumberland University gets to 24 plus on average of 20 even in the second game, they will be eligible for the match point finale from the starting of the game 3 itself. Maybe if they don't get the number 1 victory at the number 1 spot for game number 3, but this can be over early compared to what some of these kill stats suggest you. Fit Killers with 6 kills, ONYX with 4, Team Inferno with 6. There are some really the teams, if I would just want to put down the whole storyline in this way, there are actually teams of lobby number 1 at the top 4 and the top 3 spot compared to what I am able to see the teams coming in from lobby number 2 from the group stages yesterday.
Yeah, an absolutely dominant performance from the Cumberland University. I don't want to take it away from them. However, I'm just going to say it. A strong 60% of that game came down to RNG for them. They had perfect zones towards the end there. There was like 5 squads tucked under one side of the zone, and then Cumberland University was just on the other side, completely like doing their own thing. Like they just had everything going for them, and that's kind of what happens sometimes when it comes down to Apex Legends. You don't usually have just the best team winning every game. It's situations like this where you're gonna have these teams that just play it better, and they've been able to just kind of predict what's gonna happen, and they did it really well, especially their composition. I love this comp, by the way. This is like one of my favorite metas that Apex has ever had. The Gibraltar Caustic meta. where you just run both and then you just completely like take over lobbies. I think that the altar is a good addition as it allows for a little bit extra aggression to be enabled if you need it and if you want to really play aggressive. However, it's not a necessity. And I think that they could, if an altar ban comes out, they could replace it with something like the say for instance the crypto. I think that would work okay. Maybe if they want to keep that aggressive playstyle they've been going with, a Bangalore would work very well, as it kind of does mirror the Gibraltar and what it kind of wants to do as a character. However, there are some differences that really do allow for that Gibraltar to get a little bit of extra value compared to what you gain as that Bangalore, especially when it comes down to some of those like little things, like the passive from a Gibraltar is just so strong, and I think that not a lot of teams kind of implemented that into their game plan coming into this, and I'm not going to say that's the reason why a couple teams lost. However, it definitely could have been a big factor to really improve a couple teams' positions, especially when it came into that later game where those shields can be so crucial.
Yeah. And when we talk about compositions, man, hey, I'm the guy who still remembers the time when Mirage was in the assault class. You remember that? The change that was made in, I guess, year 3. And Mirage was, then whole categorization of the legend system was done, and Mirage was then placed in the support category. But anyways, that's enough of the nostalgia trip. Trust me, I have given a whole hell of the nostalgia trip when it comes on from the day one broadcast. But hey, talking about the Apex composition right now from, you were laying out your points. I feel like the meta has completely shifted to that, hey, one of the guys will definitely either play Altar, and one of the guys will play up Recon. So Altar combined their Recon, third legend, I think like I might say in for a fact that a support legend would be a better one, but in some of the games, even in the global AGS circuit, we have seen a double assault class coming up with Altar, a double support coming up with Altar. So Altar is kind of like permanent right there up in the meta with the pick rate. But the other two class, definitely a Recon coming up right. The third one, sometimes now this assault, sometimes now it's a skirmisher class coming in. So I feel like the meta is something right now which I'm not a great fan of, honestly. But I feel like it kind of also pushes down to the teams and every professional player out there, every competitive player out there, every kind of like the inspirational kind of like the aspirational competitive player out there to kind of like learn more legends, learn more classes to get better in the game. So I like that fact, but I'm not the fan of the meta right now.
Yeah, Apex Legends is definitely a game where hero creep is very prominent, where newer characters certainly do become a lot more prevalent very fast, and 100%. I think that's definitely something that affects the meta super heavily, as it's something you don't really see in a lot of other esport titles like Overwatch, Valorant, League of actually that's a bad example, but anyway, it's like we're gonna be seeing these altars, we're gonna be seeing these I can't talk. Ballistics.
Yeah, ballistic.
I can't. Yeah, we both have been out in this,
fine,
but
yeah.
These newer characters have just been getting so strong, where you kind of see some of those more traditional characters like that Lifeline, who has, in my opinion, one of the stronger passives in the game right now. But they get kind of phased out of the meta, and you don't see them nearly as much in this kind of higher competitive scene. So that's what it really does come down to the bans. That's why we do have those, as it kind of allows us to have a little bit more variety and a little bit more options in regards to what we're going to be seeing as viewers and what these players are going to have to pick in terms of how they want to run their compositions. Yes, we did see the Cumberland University take that first game. However, once one of these characters get banned that they were trying to really put their composition around, it could possibly disrupt their game plan coming into game number 2, and it could really put a wrench in their whole ideas regarding how they wanted to approach this series.
Yeah. Let's see, man. I feel for a second that things can be a little bit different as we proceed down to the game number 2. Which is going to be on the map of Storm Point. Yeah, today is going to be changed up. You're going to have different sets in a different timing. So Storm Point is going to be the second one. We go to World's Edge for the third matchup, and then World's Edge is going to get repeated, then Storm Point, and then E District. So yesterday it was one map getting played for twice for the same time, back to back. So yeah, it's better. and kind of pushes down to the teams as well in the lobby to adapt to the different scenarios and different map at the same time. But yeah, talking about the standings per se, from what we have seen in the first game of E-District, even for a second that I just wanted to point out, we did saw Frango, HYK, and Lurkers being in the right spot, but they were completely caught. Like three of these teams, Lurkers and HYK, I can say for completely because we saw them in the broadcast and we saw them on the camera itself, on the field itself. They were completely getting third parties, simultaneously when they were trying to just take up a 3v3 gunfight. So I feel for a second that if they're able to find out a space where they can actually counter the third parties, yes, there's a chance for HYK and Lurkers to remain at the top. But if not, I feel like today it is going to be the day where I might see Fit Killers or either Cumberland University taking the championship title with them.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. Obviously, it really is a situation where any of these teams could come out on top. We saw a 19 team end game where everyone was just absolutely throughout the entire time just making so many great plays. We saw so many just dominant performances inside of team fights, inside of those end games, and I'm just looking forward to seeing who's going to be the next one to make that real just streak of luck go their way, that absolute dominant performance, be their mark, and possibly take game number 2. But we'll have to wait and see. Do you have any predictions?
For game number 2, I might place my bets on either Fit Killers or Team Inferno.
I think, yeah, Team Inferno definitely seemed pretty dominant, especially in game number 1. They had a bit of a problem towards the end game in regards to their location. I believe that they just kind of had that positioning that didn't really go their way. They were kind of on the low ground for a little bit too long, and it did lead to a bit of a downfall. But I think beyond that, they just looked so good that you really do got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, we'll have to just wait for some time and kind of like we have to just wait for a while, especially kind of like follow up their first gunfight and the second gunfight, whichever team comes up on their front. But I feel like, yeah, Fit Killers and Team Inferno can definitely put up a good show compared to what they have done in game number 1. I mean, it's not a bad spot to be at. I mean, 3rd and the 4th position respectively. But yeah, we will be, just waiting in for a while because I guess the lobby is getting set up. I think, all of the technical issues are getting taken care of. So we will be jumping out the map number 2 pretty soon. I mean, I told my predictions. What do you think about some other teams, Cherry? Do you think we might see some teams from the bottom of the scorecard in game number 1 getting the top of the leaderboard in game number 2, or do you think it's going to be the same kind of scenario in game number 2?
I'd imagine it's going to be the same situation going into game number 2. We're going to expect those teams at the top to stay towards the top. However, shifting from that middle to the top is going to be possible. And it's really possible here. This is where you have to make it happen. If you're a middle of the pack team, being able to make it to the top is exactly, this is the time to do it. You can't wait for game number 3 when a team is close to being on the verge of having a match point in their favor. And if you wait for that, then, you're really just going to have that pressure starting to rise towards you. And it really can just become a detriment. I don't know, though. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, talking about some of the other teams as well coming in from lobby number 2, I just wanna. There is actually something really wrong with Overstat GG. It's taking too much time to reload. Yeah, talking about lobby number 2 teams, some of the teams like even Phantom Esports and talking about ONYX as well. They were able to secure up two actually. Second position at game number 4 and game number 5 yesterday. So yes, we might expect some little bit of that action in from the side of ONYX D and T respectively. But yeah, only time can tell, and only game number 2 can just kind of like lay a little light on how some of these teams are actually able to adapt on against the strategies coming in from teams like Cumberland, ONYX, and Fit Killers.
We will have to just wait and see, but we're going into game number 2. Let's see who's going to be able to take it in fashion. Honestly, though, I think either of these teams or any of these teams could be able to make it happen. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm just going to say it, though. I'm going to expect Team Inferno I think that you might have been onto something when you kind of suggested them as a team that certainly could take the win. I think that they definitely shown the firepower before, and it's certainly something that, yeah, their experience within the CCA, their current looks throughout this series so far, it definitely shows that they're a team that you really could put some predictions towards. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking that they are my personal favorite.
Yeah. Let's see how the things are gonna get unfolded for a whole lot of teams. I feel like a lot of the teams have taken a decision to take a drop spot at the southern edge and the very northern edge of the map. But yeah, talking about the hollow side of Hollow-Minos, they are very much close to the side of Cascade Falls, and for the side of Hollow Mines, they are right there at the top spot of the Cascade Falls. So yeah, Hollow Mines will be getting in a little bit of that loot advantage. Trust me, Cascade Fall has some of the best loot that you can get in the game, especially on this map.
Currently, we're going to be looking at RMX. They did pretty good within the qualifiers, but this is where it matters. So far, they're instantly falling down, and that's going to do it. ONYX completely blasts them out, continuously taking over, and now they're just going to be able to take the loot. I mean, it's like Uber Eats out here, instantly just going to have some free utility, some free heals. It's just, I don't even know what to say about that.
You just said Uber Eats delivers your food for free. Is that it? Is that the case?
I mean, I guess so. I guess it is now.
Okay.
Wow.
And ready to fight to the death.
Yeah. Just having some fun, folks. In between casts as well, you gotta keep the fun alive to just enjoy the entire process. But talking about the side of HYK up here, down B, they are taking a fight against that one team who are at the top of the down B, which is going to be the side of LICS, or is Lapash? Oh, yeah, it's going to be Lapash, apologies. It's going to be that one player trying to just push around using that ultra tactical. Oh, he actually gets that one knock, and he goes down. R1 doesn't connect. Lil Hustle is right now on white shield, and it's going to be really unfortunate to see him go down as well. And Bigman is going to be the lone player surviving. Okay.
HYK. We're going to be looking at them. We see them taking a little bit of an aggressive stance, possibly. They detect a couple enemies, and now we're going to see whether or not they are going to inevitably try and fight. Crypto Drone gets spotted out. HYK going for some pings, looking to try and engage. But the absolute demolishing that approaches. Going to be putting the HP to the limit. Well, Passion in the water, certainly going to be in a rough spot as they need to use the shield to its fullest, but unfortunately the whole squad falls. HYK is going to be able to clean up the final kill, and that is going to do it.
Yeah. Wanna meet over the side of a map like Storm Point. I feel like it has to be, in my opinion. I would love to know yours, Cherry. I mean, this has to be in terms of the competitive perspective. This has to be one of the best maps, in my opinion. Gives you a whole lot of the open spaces, gives you a whole lot of the close spaces. You have some really great rotation spots, giving you example of Cascade, falls up till command center, where you can actually have the upper hand advantage, or some of the teams trying to cut off your rotation. So yeah, in my opinion, I feel like this is one of the best competitive maps that has been introduced to Apex Legends. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely over towards the top in terms of competitiveness, as you said. It's just a lot of good ways that this map has been designed. The verticality, the positioning, the movement that revolves around how this does get played out. We're going to be seeing a bit of fighting, but switching over to HYK, we're going to get a little bit more towards that passive way of playing the game. They just want to keep on looting up. They don't want to take engagements just yet, because they know that once it gets to a later game situation that they are going to be towards the top in terms of teams that have that micro ability. Cumberland University looking to take a fight, instantly going to be able to burn somebody down. However, the HP does not fall below 0. The sky is the limit. Demolishers fall, barely able to escape their hands, but now they fall right on into another squad. Absolutely unlucky, and now it's all up to hate letters. And that's tragic. That's tragic. You avoid one team running right into another, and that's going to leave them in a real bad situation.
Yeah. For now, talking about the side of XP of next D, comparatively, they are kind of like looking a little bit more passive. In the last matchup, we did saw them finishing off at the. Actually, not exactly. I would like to point out on which spot they kind of like missed off, because that was not really great. But talking about the side of XP of next D, they were able to secure up 3 to 4 kill points from their side. So elimination points is something that they need to chase more if they want to get in the top 3 or top 4 spot.
Currently, gonna take a little bit of a look, gandering around Phantom Esports, having a little bit of a rough situation. Shield batteries needing to come online, and they will relatively quickly. We're going to be seeing the Bangalore passive pop once more, running a little bit faster than one would expect. The damage comes on in. Phantom Esports looking to chase. No ultimates available right now, as I guess they exchanged a couple earlier within the engagement. 30-30 repeater looking to close the distance, but the damage just keeps on getting stronger and stronger. Phantom Esports, still no kills to convert just yet, but whether or not they're going to be able to chase well enough. They take the damage. They're going to be able to crack the shields. The first kill found, thirsting it away, getting the shield swap, and now they're just going to be able to take that and run with it.
Yeah, waiting for the scenarios to get changed at this moment. Talking about the side of Frango, we have seen TTK getting eliminated. On the other side is going to be Mossy to get one more. Frango's team is also going to get assist him, and Roughnicks TR out of the equation for the second map for the day. And Franco are actually looking much more confident from what we have seen in game number 1. They're only able to get, securing off 4 to 5 kill elimination points in the last game. And right now, already able to secure up 3 in the very first 2 circles is something that they need to keep up and remain very consistent with it.
Again, the squad wipe certainly is favorable. Taking the car, looking to make a little bit of movement, and Bubble actually misses, unfortunately. I don't know if they were trying to get it on top of the car. Definitely would have been favorable, as it gives you a little bit of cover. There's the kill coming in. Cumberland University looking to keep on playing aggressive. We see the Bangalore ult coming on in. Cumberland University pushing further and further, and the next kills bleed out. The kill leader is found. It's Zach W. Keys to collect. Now they're just going to be able to find every bit of utility and extra stuff they'd want. Look at TTVK in the zone. Let's see whether or not they're going to be able to find their way over towards the circle. But for now, DZ Esports, we're going to be taking a little bit of a swap over to them. And now they're just kind of, we see them a little bit split, as they do have their Ashe kind of separated from the rest of the roster. And maybe that's going to cause a couple of issues, or I do believe they had their ultimate up, so that does allow them to rotate in quickly if necessary, or possibly look for a dive onto another team, as you do have a bit of mobility throughout this entire roster. We'll see how this trio is going to be able to make plays. Hollow Minds, we saw them at the start of the game fighting against a couple of little monsters, but now they are just going to be taking a bit of a passive approach. No engagements to be found just yet. Couple people scanned. ONYX gonna be taking a bit of a high ground approach, but it seems as if they want to rotate far side of the zone, not going through the river, as that is gonna allow them to kind of get isolated by a couple different squads and could easily put them in a rough situation. Instead, they aim to look towards the west coast of the map, and they are going to have to approach another squad. But the Cumberland University, they're going to be taking some shots outside of the zone. There's a couple players, and it looks like Cumberland University might have caught them with nothing to support them.
Yeah, this point of time is going to be Cumberland University in a tight spot, as they are trying to get inside the safe circle, as also they're trying to take, avoid some gunfights. Actually, trying to achieve and win this gunfight is going to be a little bit hard. But a good shot from one of the players from Frango. The Ashe is going to use up her ultimate to get off that spot as soon as possible, trying to relocate herself back to the top of this POI right now, which is going to be a little bit hard, as the areas of around this one is a little bit favored onto some of the teams who are able to get the height advantage. So yeah.
Damage coming on in. Frango, Evo Shield in 70 more damage. So let's see whether or not they're going to try and use the EMP from the Crypto ult to try and get that last little bit to upgrade the Evo. Definitely is a possibility that they might try and opt in for. Currently, we see Wiz with the heirloom running around looking to make something happen, but certainly going to be rough and a bit of a difficult situation. The EMP comes on in. They want to keep on fighting, but they're going to go in aggressive. Not going to be able to find too much just yet. Hollow Mines. Going to be seeing a little bit of some healing going on over and down yonder. They need to get through this pathway. Unfortunately, it is going to be a bit misdirected for them as they're not in zone, and having to go through the canyon would be rough, but certainly not as rough as some of these other squads. Cumberland University, nowhere near zone, but they need to find a way in as the zone closes in a minute. But the damage from D665, the charge rifle, absolutely burning them to a crisp.
Yeah, talking about yesterday's D65 performance, yes, in some of these mid-game fights, we have seen the side of D65 actually able to get a good amount of kills and getting good amount of the rotation cutoff as well. Right now, they're trying to achieve the same. They do say their team is trying to put off from the entire off scenario. It is going to be done then Phantom Esports NA, but they're kind of stuck. They have to wait for the Bangalore's ultimate to come off so they can use that as a distraction, get around with it. So I don't think so. Phantom Esports have some other play choice in their hand at the moment.
And D665 doing a great job at just applying pressure, but now they rotate in towards the zone, realizing that destroying one team isn't going to be worth it if they get called out by another. The damage from the charge rifle coming on in, so much getting applied, and that's going to do it max level, gets adapted into. Now, the shields are completely maxed out. DZ Esports looking to thirst these bodies. And that's going to do it. The Ash going to relieve the last one of their wounded state, putting them in the grave. Lurker is going to be looking to possibly use the respawn beacon, able to do it with the drone. Some great stuff coming in from them. And as their Watson gets revived, we're going to be seeing the purple shields from their opponents taking a bit of damage. Frag grenade comes out. There's going to be a little bit of damage. DZ Esports looking to contest, but now they get the first knock. They keep on pushing. We see Duke in a bit of a good situation, and they're going to be able to find that finisher.
Yeah. We do see DZ Esports getting very comfortable on confirming some of these, gunfights for this side. Cumberland University on the other hand. Oh, great shot, but not gonna connect. Phantom Esports are just gonna get the upper hand. 1 to 2 guys on the side of Cumberland University goes down. Jockeys are Zapquiz. I'm so sorry if I'm taking this guy name wrong, but right now it's gonna be Sparrow. Doesn't matter at this moment. Phantom Esports NA are going to get eliminated on the other. I guess Cumberland University did got eliminated as well. No?
An absolute tragedy for Cumberland University after taking game 1 in dominant fashion. This one's going to be a completely different story. 11th place is all they're going to get up to. Now 10 squads remain. We'll see who's going to be able to find the win. LICS will bring in a couple of high ground options for them, but so many players gathered around the skeleton. Now it's going to be a big end game. I'm looking forward to it as this is a pretty uncommon position for that finishing zone. DZ Esports instantly can try and fight again and again, going on in. The Beastkeeper does the damage, and they find the kill. The Watson utility is going to be instantly broken off, and now with the disabled, we're going to move over to D665, and as they try and rotate upwards the zone, they need to drop some shield batteries to keep themselves sustained, but now they still have pressure applied. They need to make their way out, but they don't have that Bangalore, they don't have that Caustic, they don't have anything to really get that pressure laid off of them, so it requires the movement. They still have Ash Blade as well, I believe, so there's definitely some possibilities for them to be able to make these quick rotations with these movement abilities. The answer is going to be yes to that one. The Ash Blade is still going to be there as well. DZ Esports taking a bit of a defensive hold in this building. However, they do still need to get to the zone. There's going to be the Bangalore utility coming on out. They bring the smoke screen in. They look to rotate through the north side. Fit Killers up. How have we never seen them? This is a great position from them. Fit Killers is in an absolutely amazing spot.
Yeah. The Killers at the moment, they are at an amazing spot, I guess, for up to round before. I'm pretty sure, I guess, if they are not able to read down the next circle, I guess in round number 5 circle, they are gonna have to just move around a little bit in terms of how the next circle is gonna appear on the map. LICS on the other way. Lowy is gonna be the lone player surviving because Bangalore just went down. getting a respawn beacon, getting to a respawn beacon, or even getting out a portable respawn beacon is not going to be a really good idea, because just any team can just come right out to chase you down with the light beacon going in against your side. But for the side of HYK, they are looking very calm and composed at the moment. They have secured some good elimination points, and with 6 points coming off from their altar, right now he's going to be the kill leader of the entire lobby.
7 teams remain. ONYX, pretty rough spot as they do have 2 players down. Damage comes on in. Shield gets cracked. Unfortunately, as ONYX is going to be in a pretty rough spot. I don't think they're done just yet. Fit Killers up towards the high ground. Gonna have a bit of shields available for him. Fit Killers still, though, they just can put in so much damage. And look at the amount of ammo they still got. 54 heavy bullets for this charged rifle. These sniper shots are going to be absolutely crucial to hit, and it seems as if Sheikah's been doing a great job at connecting all of them.
Yeah. Demolishers on the other day. I mean, Demolishers have a pretty sweet spot compared to not just getting moved around, but they have not the best of the secured cover. And this is what I was talking about. Bamblack almost survive on that 1 pixel HP. Trying to pop off some medkits over here. Trying to pop off the shield cells for himself. Battery, apologies. To just get his entire HP reset and ready for the next gunfight. 7 squad left out in that one final circle. Is gonna in the round number 5 circle before we get to that second last circle as well. So I feel for a moment that yeah, the fight is about to get started.
Oh, but there's one team rotating in the water. There's going to be a bit of a fight as well. HYK is going to be in a good spot as they are going to have all 3 players up and standing on this high ground, looking to make some kind of fight. They have the Kraber on a line. Let's see what they can make happen as 6 squads remain. There's going to be DZ Esports completely just... Nobody's going to know where they are. Nobody has the information. Never mind. The answer's going to be yes. R99 goes wide. Not going to go find the kill. There's going to be a little bit of smoke coming in. Duke's going to be going in online, but no thank you right now. They just got to go for the syringes. We're going to be seeing DC Esports still on the low ground, looking to fight with D665 as well. Going to be in a similar situation. First one's going to go down. It's going to be the second possible with Doki in a rough spot, trying to get the shield battery on, but not going to happen. The PK is able to finish one, but not anything more. D665 falls to the ground. There's going to be 4 teams on the board, but HYK only having 2 players alive. After this revival comes on in, maybe they're going to be able to find that third. The answer is going to be yes. Some great revives coming on in. DZ Esports still having all 3 players, even though they've been a bit of a contestant recently and lately. As a bit of utility comes on in, they're not going to have too much to worry about just yet, as they still do have that Bangalore smoke available for them. Demolishers, though, going to be in a rough spot. 1 player down, 2 player down. Let's see whether or not they find anything. The answer is no. Fit Killers going in for this bike. Let's see whether or not they can get anything as they get another elimination on another squad. They're going to be using squads and utility, looking to keep this alive, but it just seems as if these 3 squads, it could be anyone's game.
Easy Esports have been taken out from the hands of HYK. Just 2 squads remaining in. And we were talking about it, how Fit Killers are having a really good spot after round number 4 circle. After round number 6, and the shrink is gonna get done. And now HYK have no option rather than to come out of their hiding spot. We do see the alter tacticals come in. We do have Bangalore getting in very close. RF45 goes for the switch. I think it's going to be small bit of trouble for the Fit Killers as Demon Sabu goes down. I think this might be the win for Fit Killers. And yes, it's going to get happen with 2 man doing up a 2v3 job. And that is going to be Fit Killers. And I was talking about it, man. I was talking about them. That, you know, teams like Fit Killers, team like Lurkers, team like Demolishers are gonna get to a better spot at the game, at the end of game number 2. And they have done it. Demolishers, Fit Killers, apologies, getting that number 1 victory in game number 2.
Yeah, it definitely seemed as if Fit Killers had that game in the bag for a while, as they were in a really good spot throughout that, as the end game started with them just on top of the fossils, and they took a really good, strong position there. They had the charge rifle online. They took so much just pressure towards their enemies and was able to find assists, was able to find kills. I imagine that they aren't going to be above Cumberland University in terms of standing. Maybe they are. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Certainly, there's somebody smarter than me that would know the answer. However, they're definitely going to be top 3 minimum. coming into game number 3. So certainly seems as if there's going to be contention between these top teams now. And I mean, yes, there is still chances for those bottom teams to be able to make their way up towards the top. However, it's going to be a lot more unlikely than what it seemed as if game number 1, as it was a very similar game. Let's be totally for real. The top teams looked almost identical to what the top teams looked like in game number 1.
Yeah, and that was that for that was the game number 2 in this specific set that we just saw, and some really good games coming in the overall run. Some really good, I would say, fights also coming in, but coming in from some of the teams at the bottom of the scorecard as well. But a great overall game. But yeah, talking about the side of Fit Killers, talking about the teams like Lurkers, we did saw the passion being the competitive edge being a little bit way too better compared to what we saw in game number 1. But hey, we have the updated score line right now on our screen, folks. It's going to be Fit Killers to coming up with a 33 score line, Cumberland University with 31, HYK with 30, DZ Esports with 22, ONYX with 22, Phantom Esports NA with 12, and D665 with 12.
Absolute insanity. Fit Killers taking a small but manageable lead above Cumberland University. 2 more points. However, they have 4 less kills than them. That's the whole reason I didn't know whether or not they would be above, as Cumberland University certainly seemed as if game number 1 they were unstoppable regarding the kills, and game number 2 we saw them in the kill feed quite a lot as well. The Fit Killers, despite having 4 less kills, I guess their placement points were a little bit stronger game number 1 compared to what Cumberland University was able to find at game number 2. HYK as well. They've been just taking it, and they've been slowly moving up. 20 kills total already throughout this game. Certainly some strong showing from them. And I mean, you really got to give them credit where credit is due. These 20 kills definitely look as if it is a team that could take a win eventually. But we'll have to wait and see whether or not that is going to be the case.
Yeah, we have to just wait it out. I feel like, I mean, team like LICS are right now at 14th spot. Okay, which is going to be the team to be at the number 1 spot from lobby number 1. So yeah, things might take a very different turn since as we do see the map number 3 getting started. But for now, folks, we'll take a short little break here at the Corina's Custom Arena broadcast for the 3rd edition of the Apex Trials event. We'll be coming up with the 3rd match really shortly.
Welcome to Karina's Custom Arena,
where the competition is fierce,
and the
community unstoppable.
From Apex Legends gunfights
So far, gonna push through. Can he get it? That's the
Bamboozle.
to epic Tekken 8 clashes.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
and wild team brawls in Marvel Rivals.
And a triple for the side of Psylocke. Possibly a
CCA brings you tournaments across today's most exciting games.
With cash prizes, brackets, and spotlight moments all wrapped into one. And don't forget about Karina's Custom Arcade.
Earn Karina coins just by playing, watching, or helping during events.
Then cash them in for consoles, controllers, gift cards, and more. So what are you waiting for?
Join the community, enter a bracket, and start your journey at Karina's Custom Arena.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're joining you once more at the CCA. We saw game number 1 going in the favor of Cumberland University. Game number 2 did not go the same distance. We saw a great game. 3 teams in the grand or in that final zone, and it just seemed as if it was just the Fits who took so much absolute domination to the opposing oppositions. And now we're going in. Game number 3 is upon us. We'll see whether or not match point is going to be available for any of these rosters, or whether or not we're going to be going the distance, going to that map number 4, and still not have that clear-cut winner. But we're going to have to wait and find out as we hop on into the game. We'll see who does come out on top.
one of my favorite maps of the entire game. One of my favorite it is. That's going to be World's Edge. And now, did you see? Oh, Cumberland University going to Skyhook. Very unusual. And oh yeah, they're going to the trial then. So yeah, of course they're gonna get the loot advantage when it comes down for the very early gunfights. But anyways, want to see some where some of the other different teams are gonna get the drop down. We do see Phantom Esports very close down to Lava Brigade over there. Oh sorry, the landslide over here. We do saw one of the teams also going on towards Monument. There's that also that one team going to the Skyhook west side. So yeah, we do have a little bit of that diversity coming on how some of these teams are kind of like scattered around all of the map.
We're going to have to wait and find out who's going to take the win. But right now, we're going to see just a bit of passive play. It is, as you said, World's Edge for game number 3. This is my personal favorite map in terms of competitiveness. Still, though, I'm just looking forward to seeing what we got in store. A bit of damage instantly comes in. The R301 burning down their opposition. The Demolishers taking an early lead. We see this Loba, something we haven't seen a whole ton of today, and it's certainly one of the better characters in terms of being able to find that info on nearby loot, nearby options to be able to replace guns, find extra bits of damage. And something that's really good about it is the vaults that are located on this map. Loba is allowed to bypass them and be able to just kind of take that loot for free, which is one of the more kind of prevalent reasons that you would pick Loba on a map like this. But we'll see what they are inevitably going to end up going for. I'm really excited. I think that the kind of different compositions that you're allowed to run on a map like this certainly are going to be super cool to watch.
Or if we, oh, I'm so sorry. We just, yeah, talking about the side of ONYX, we have seen them actually just not being the best team in the entire lobby right now. If you talk about their yesterday performance, they were pretty much a better team compared to game number 1 and game number 2, which have been played by them for today's playoffs. The group stages, yeah, they were a little bit better, but right now they are definitely not looking like the same team. They have only secured 4 points, and overall they have only 4 points till the advantage. And yeah, there are going to be like teams like Fit Killers and Cumberland University, even in HYK, who can actually get to the match point after this game, because we did saw Fit Killers at the 33 overall pointers, Cumberland University with 31, and HYK with 30.
We'll see what does inevitably end up happening. Currently, though, I'm just looking forward. I think Team Inferno, we kind of were referencing them after game number 1, but we kind of talked about how they were a team that could be that dark horse, somebody to come in and kind of be a new team to really just put a little bit of a hole in how this game has been looking so far. And if you can put a wrench in what these teams have been planning, it could really disrupt the flow of what you kind of expect. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do have. TTK, we haven't seen a whole ton of them so far this game. They haven't really been able to show up when it's needed the most. However, they have definitely been a team that we know in the past has been very prevalent. They've been very good. They're consistent, and I think that definitely shows a lot about what we want to see. Cumberland University, we swap over to them real quick. I believe they're in a bit of a fight right now as the Peacekeeper getting locked in. So far, there's going to be a couple shots coming in. Cumberland University, they really just want to go for those kills, make sure there's no resurrections possible. And now they start chasing, trying to find their opposition. We'll see whether or not they can collect that team wipe. It seems like the answer might be no, as they do get the spot on one of their opponents. However, finding the kill just doesn't seem inevitable.
For now, when we talk about the side of these esports, they are trying to take up rotation from the area of the upper Skyhook, trying to get inside and take up a rotation to the survey camp, which I think is going to be a hard one, pretty hard one, because they do have a couple of teams. Oh, it's going to be lucky to get eliminated. Ouch. I thought for a second that Cumberland University is in a bad spot, but anyways, we do see one of the last guy remaining alive from DZ Esports getting out of that spot as soon as possible. Demolish is on the other way. One of the guys has been put down to bed, not completely out of the lobby, but still downed from the train station. Oh, the train tracks over there, which connects towards the side of the countdown up till to the landslide. Oh, sorry, that is the staging area. My bad. I'm so sorry.
Currently, we're just going to take a little bit of a gander over towards Phantom Esports. And they're just locking down this building. They want to make sure that they can keep control over what the space that they've generated for themselves. And yeah, they're just going to have a pretty strong position. They have 2 tanks revolving around how they're going to play this. And I think that both of those Newcastle and the Watson are going to be really strong in terms of being able to find that value. Fit Killers instantly finding this first team wiping. Great stuff.
Yeah. For now, talking about the side of Team Inferno, yes, as we talk about them a little bit, we did saw them just being a very, a little bit covenant, apologies, a little bit, a little bit uncoordinated. I'll not say a very coordinated team. One of the guys trying to take up a solo fight, and the 2 guys were trying to just catch up to it. But for now, it's going to be a fight between the side of Inferno and New King, as their New Kings have spotted them taking a rotation towards the side of the Harvester area. So yeah, this fight can actually break down, and we might see a team getting eliminated very early up here in the round number 1.
A bit of the pressure already coming in. 16 squads are still alive, so a little bit less than what we've seen previously within today's matches, but the zone is still getting a shrink. It's shrinking a pretty decent bit. LICS going to be taking a bit of damage within the zone. They need to maneuver their way out eventually, but certainly right now they are okie dokie, as nothing too bad is really inevitable. No opposing squads that are going to pressure them to move forward. So far, though, we're just going to see them keeping up in the zone. Cumberland University, they're going to be the next to fight. We see the bubble shield coming on in from the Gibraltar. Oh, the Gibby not going to have too much damage to be able to find. Cumberland University, the damage comes in, but they still need to make something happen, trying to get some shots from all the way across the field, but they are just going to be able to find their team wipe. And now they just got to go towards the zone, as they are very far currently. It's a necessary movement to be able to find their way on in.
There's going to be a very sudden shift coming in the second circle of the map right now. Here up in the world says it's going to be the third matchup for us. As you all know, we have played out the first Eastern first point already. There's going to be a third game, and after third game, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a whole lot of teams. Actually, I'm definitely sure about 2 teams will get into the match point finale. Not sure about the third one, as you all know. It might get on to that case where you have more than 4 teams even as well. If some of the top teams after the game number 2 doesn't play up in the same pace.
Let's see. I mean, seems as if Phantom Esports NA, they really have no intention of moving, at least not until the zone causes them to. So LICS looking to pull out the Ash Blade, rotate up towards the high ground. Can they be able to get that connection? Hollow Minds taking a bit of damage. Instead, they are just going to back up, but there's going to be the counter looking to go for the flank. It's going to be Flyer to do it. Now is going up towards the high ground. Leaping Zadork going to be in a pretty rough spot, trying to get some shots with BK, not going to be able to get anything, shutting them down. And Hollow Minds eliminated from game number 3. LICS looking to go back on into their turf, and as RMX is able to do the exact same thing, finding another team.
Yeah. But now talking about the side of teams like R9 wrapping over there, we have seen them in a good spot again for the group stages. They have been pretty well, but here in the playoffs, I don't see the same kind of the intensity coming out of their plays. But for the side Demolisher, it's going to be Hatelators to get respawned and coming back in the map as soon as possible. Yeah, but they got to be a little bit careful at this edge where some of the teams like ONYX, some of the teams like Phantom Esports can actually target them with the respawn beacon, light beam just torching up like anything and just giving up your visual clue to every other surrounding team around your spot.
Early zone is going to start closing, getting a bit of damage. ONYX might, nope, they're not going to try and hold the opposing squad out of zone. Instead, just going to make their way on in themselves. Now, Cumberland University, damage comes in, first player knocked. Now, they want to go for some more. 108 with the PK, looking to get something more, but there's going to be a couple players walking into the bubble. Now, Deluxe as if they're going to be able to find that trade, jumping in and out, dodging, weaving, dancing around the bubble, and they find the resurrection. Coming in now, shield battery as well, popping in, 2 players down. Next, the shield cracks, Zach W. Keys going to use their teammates as the cover, trying to dance around, cracking the opposing shield, and that's going to do it, giving them the kill leader once more. 72 to the shield, but that's all they find. RMX finding that second place team and delivering that punchline.
Yeah. For now, for the side of RMX, they're trying to place down the safe haven over here for the side of Watson, and for the every passive active and every active and the ultimate ability coming on the way. ONYX trying to take up a rotation on the second area of which is very close towards the fragment and the geyser. Lava siphon and the geyser, which can be a little bit a tough spot because this particular passage is very much open to the lava siphon area, so you have to be a little bit cautious how you're going to cover out the entire thing, you know.
LICS going in for the engagement, going to be cracking the shield, looking to keep on fighting. The RE45 dealing the damage, no shield remaining, but now it's going to be the Bangalore dropping down, looking to use this purple knockdown shield, helping their teammates stay alive. Now, as we see this ult coming on in, they need to try and utilize this to the fullest, but it's going to be revealing their opponent's location. Mac 1 going to have to get that shielding on the line, not going to go in for the building, instead just running for the hills. Both teammates fallen, now they're going to have to play that 1v3. ONYX getting the resurrection right on now. Shield battery comes on, they're going to be able to find that health back up. The Fuse has that ultimate for the Ring of Fire if they do so need, but currently it seems as if this is just going to be a situation where they want to play a little bit more passive. We go back to Team Inferno. They got a bit of high ground, possibly. Lots of players kind of split up, but they are going to have a bit of a positional advantage over with this Watson. They might try and gather around, but right now they're just kind of taking positions, leaving themselves to their own devices. Demolishers just keeping this one area locked down, which makes sense. They have that Loba, they have that Watson. Both are really good for sticking in one place. It allows them to regain ammo, it allows them to just gain that positional advantage.
Yeah, and position advantage is something that is going to affect a whole lot of teams up to round number 5 because, I kid you not, there are 11 squads right now. I'm pretty sure that's going to get ended up in just 8 or 9 before the round number 5 gets triggered on, and we do see a whole lot of fights breaking loose from every other angle. So yeah, some of the teams are kind of like some of the teams have to kind of like be very dominant on how some of these positional play can actually come in and take the rotation at the right spot. But for now, it's going to be D65 just on the very eastern edge of the lava siphon over here. No, not lava siphon. There's going to be some other spot. Yeah, it's going to be lava siphon. My bad. But yeah, we do see the Ash ults getting in place, and we do have the second one getting utilized as well. So yeah, there's going to be a quick rotation for this team. There's going to be D6. You notice one. Wow! A little bit of that hide and seek play happening around between these both sides. And they have to be a little bit careful. They were done on the side of Phantom Esports, and we do see them. So I feel this might be a brawl breaking out loose between these two fine teams.
Apparently, we're going to be seeing a bit of damage coming on in. 69, 69, 37 as well. Going to be so much damage coming in from the 30-30 repeater. Phantom Esports dropping down one player, but they're going to keep on going for the damage. Still, though, shield is starting to get cracked. We're going to be seeing even more damage from the Catalyst going to come on in. Phantom Esports still same place they started this game at. 100 damage applied. They want to go in, they want to follow up on it, but they're going to do just that right about now. 7 spots remain. We're going to be seeing the Newcastle looking to go with the shield and trying to make some type of play, but in the playmaker instead is going to be Team Inferno looking to just keep playing aggressive on them, and so far they just keep on winning.
Yeah. For now, we talk about the side of Team Inferno. It is going to be that one more team who is just right up here. I guess Phantom is still alive, right? But for the side of Inferno, they are trying to just take a rotation back to the northern side. The Monster is still very much up over here. They're in a very congested spot, and they have to break out in the open when the round number 5 circle appears. The 6th one appears, my bad.
So far, 7 squads still remain. ONYX, one of them. 3 players remaining. Certainly a team that you would expect to be able to find this win, but unfortunately Lumi takes so much damage off the bat, needing to expend so much shields. They don't have that Loba. They don't have that option to be able to regain from the death kits of your opponents. So due to that, they're going to have to find all their loot themselves. We'll be seeing one more player finding a little bit of damage, but unfortunately a 3v1 is too much to ask for. Kill goes in the favor of Team Inferno. Shield swap comes out. And ONYX, they still got exactly what they want. They're in the zone. They got 2 players outside, but the damage is going to be able to come on. We're seeing and looking to get a little bit of cover for their teammates, making the opposing teams respect their presence. Now, ONYX still just playing outside the zone. They need to make some kind of play if they want to be able to get those kills racked up. But they're in a good spot to see on that. Phantom Esports, though, are not in the same situation as the HP is dropping. The team dropping as well. 2 down. That's the team. Phantom Esports eliminated.
Not looking great for the side of Phantom Sports, but there we go. The ONYX is still very much on, and ONYX is that one team who were very dominant in their day one as well. But for now, they're in the overall stats of the 22 points, and they need at least, 20 more in this game to reach down to the match point finale, which I think is very much doable if they're able to secure up, at least 13 to 14 elimination points.
Poking and prodding. Trying to fish out a couple shots. So far, we're going to see Rapping not in zone. We saw Rapping as the kill leader. Game number 1. 98 damage to the head. The 30-30 repeater going for a bit of a high jump. Not from Adam, but unfortunately, nothing will connect. Phantom Esports taking the rift, looking to try and get a little bit of passive play. Resurrection comes online. The Newcastle ult comes online. Unfortunately, the cover is not enough. The damage still comes in to play, but as 5 squads still remain, nobody gets found just yet, but the engagement comes in. ONYX looking to crumble onto their opponents, and now they're going to do just that. 109 for $1.99 going to go in aggressive, and they find the next team wipe. 4 teams remain, 3 full squads. Phantom Esports, one of them, they were able to find the resurrection. The Newcastle ult did wonders for that support. Now they're playing in this building. They want to possibly go for this high ground, take a little bit of it. We'll see what they can find.
Just wait for a while. Time to start Team Inferno at the very edge, and the circle is going to get stringed up for the one last time. As we know, Team Inferno gets pushed up by that team. And we do see the ultimates getting popped off from Watson. We do see the ultimates getting popped off from none other than the Fuse, I guess. And yeah, the Fuse ult has been used and utilized at its level best. But for the side of INF, they're getting very close towards that one specific team, which is going to be none than the side of INF Esports. And on the other side of INF Esports, just trying to use up this compound over here, this structure over here as an cover to lay up that foundation of the cover.
Look at R9. So separate. There's two teams right on top of each other. Then there's R9 on the opposite side. We also got that green squad on the other side of the ring as well. So far, definitely seeming as if there's going to be possibilities for any of these teams to win. But I think that these two teams right on each other are going to have that hardest chance possible, even though they got some really good positioning, playing on the high ground. Seems as if the Bangalore ult is about to start barraging on top of their opponents. Let's see whether or not they're going to inevitably end up going for it. Ultimate Accelerant comes in, looking to try to possibly make something happen, but the Playmaker is not there. Damage comes in, the PK is going to be alive, and it's going to be going wild, but unfortunately, shields start cracking. Phantom Esports not able to make too much happen. Shield's going to be really good, coming on in from this Newcastle. However, they fall down anyway. Knockdown shield comes in, and that's going to do it. Phantom Esports eliminated. 3 squads remaining. ONYX falls down to the ground. 2 squads. Team Inferno, one of them. Let's see whether or not they can make anything happen. The RE45 can go wide. Team Inferno, we're going to see Arcrush taking a bit of damage early on. Now, it's going to be the PK going a bit wide. Not able to make too much happen, but they will go for the dive. That's going to do it. Team Inferno take the championship in game number 3.
A good one coming in from the side of Team Inferno. And yeah, I say the same about this team as well when we're talking about in the game number 1, that there's going to be that one team who can actually take up those victory parade for their side. I mean, Team Inferno, Team Phantom Esports, and Team Lurkers. We did saw that happening in from the side of HYK and Fit Killers being very close. I mean, for the side of Fit Killers, we were able to secure up the first spot in terms of being the Apex champion, but they were in the number 2 because of not having the kill points, and that was HYK having the most amount of kill points. But in game number 2, in game number 1, it was quite the vice versa scenario. But yeah, a whole lot of improvisation coming in from Team Inferno. Up till in game number 1, they were at the 4th spot. In game number 2, they came up in the I guess they were not in a top 5 spot from what able to recollect. Yeah, they were not in the team top 5. They were in the bottom 5 actually, bottom 6 actually. They're the 14th spot in the game number 2. And now in game number 3, we do have Team Inferno finally clutching out to the victory with 11 elimination points.
Yeah, Team Inferno. I'm not sure whether or not that's going to kick them up the standings too high, as they didn't have too high of a showing in game number 1, game number 2. However, gotta imagine that that's going to be pretty good for them. Cumberland University, Fit Killers, both the champions of game number 1 and game number 2, respectively. Both losing out, not making top 10, 12th and 13th finishes. Cumberland University, yes, they got a decent amount of kills, having 6 bloods in total. Meanwhile, Fit Killers had 3 of their own. Only 2 teams in the bottom 10 team, or I guess bottom 9 teams, sorry, that were able to even find a single elimination. So you got to give them credit where credit is due. However, that is still an absolute tragedy for both of them to have such lackluster showings. I believe that is going to bring them, I think it's what, Bullet, 50 points for match point to be your way. I think that would probably bring at least Cumberland University to that threshold, I'd imagine. But I'm not sure whether or not Fit Killers would be able to get that in terms of how many points they were at. I believe it was 33. And now, after a kind of lackluster showing, you'd imagine that they are still going to have to get to that 50-point threshold.
Yeah, I guess we have to just wait for a while before we see the overall stats coming on right on screen. And it's going to just give you a whole lot of that, the entire idea and the layout of how the things are going to get a little bit more creative, a little bit more, just a little bit more hard for a whole lot of teams, but we have to just wait in for a while.
And we'll have to see. I mean, currently, you'd imagine that Team Inferno definitely going to have some momentum after game number 3. But we're going on to World's Edge. Game number 4 is upon us. We'll see which team is going to be inevitably able to find this one as well. But I mean, definitely these top 3 teams are just so close in terms of their positioning. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah. For now, talking about into side of teams like RMX, team like Lurkers, team like Phantom Esports. Yeah, some of the teams are able to find their footing in well. Some of the teams are still a little bit struggling. Like talking about the last game as well, Demoishers were able to secure off 3 kills, and with overall, positioning at number 2, they were able to overall secure the 12 points. But now, as we have the updated scores, actually we don't have any team who are at the match point flying right now. It's Kamal University with just 38 points, just 2 more shot. Fit Killers at 37, HYK at 36, and ONYX also at 36. So it's gonna be a tight spot, man.
Cumberland University certainly going to be leading this pretty heavily. However, I was not expecting them to be able to maintain that first place position. However, that is going to be the case still.
Yeah.
Phantom Esports in 22nd, Demolishers in 21st. We saw both of them having pretty dominant showings. Kind of crazy. We're going to be seeing D665 with only 18 points of their own in the 10th spot. Game number 2 certainly seemed as if they were a team that really could be favorited there. However, certainly seems as if that is going to be falling down in terms of possibility to come out on top within this.
Yeah. For now, we do see some other teams taking a very unusual drop for I'm able to expect, but hey, we have to just also wait for a while because this is going to be a very early time to just judge things right off. But for now, we will be going, as you all know, this is going to be the map of World's Edge again, because the first 3 rotations are done. We're gonna get the reverse start the entire thing from World's Edge, then go to Storm Point, and then go to the Egoistic map.
Currently, expecting RMX running this Ash with the Watson, with the Newcastle. It's a similar composition to what we saw a lot last game. 3 very strong characters. You got that mobility, you've got that crowd control. The ability to set up yourselves as well with these 2 bigger tankish characters. Definitely going to be showing a lot of promise, especially in a map like World's Edge. A lot of small buildings that you can crowd around, put those fences in, makes opening doors a little bit more tricky. See what the inevitable plan is going to be as the zone gets shown to be in the top left. Northwest certainly is not where I like to play that zone, especially if you're starting towards the south side of the map, but we'll have to wait and see what the inevitable spot is going to be to show. Currently, I'm just not liking how this could go. As we can see, Sentinel is going to be available. It's going for some shots a little bit wide. RMX trying to get a couple more, and unfortunately just doesn't seem like connections are going to be too viable. As Phantom Esports, we're watching them now, and we can kind of see the full HP. They all want to just kind of play their own game, and they are going to be in the zone, so who can really blame them? Actually, never mind. They want to go for fights. They're going to see some people, and switching over to Frangos. Pit Killers as well are going to be already down a single player.
Yeah. For now, when we talk about for the side of some of the teams who are going to be a little bit passive, but we have to just keep that passive thing for in the corner for now, as we do see some really good shots coming off from side of Wiz. Franco able to get one, possibly he's going to confirm the second second one as well. I'm talking about this particular spot when it comes down towards the area of towards the edges of the countdown, or towards on the main part of landslide. Yes, this is going to be actually the one of the high ground spot. But anyways, as we talk about for the side of staging, as we talk about the side of Epic Center, yeah, we do see at Epic Center there's going to be 2 teams trying to take a rotation back to the side of the monument on the west fragment side. But the circle is taking a huge shift towards the side of countdown in the next in the third one in the third one apparently. So they have to anticipate that, and they have to kind of start moving on toward the same direction as soon as possible.
Seems as if these pings showing enemies possibly nearby could lead to another engagement. Hollow Mind's going to be the spectating team currently, and we can see they are going to be running that similar competition to what we've been seeing all day, adding in a crypto, something a little bit more interesting as you get a little bit more information gathering. The ideas behind how you can play with the drone, the passive utility is very nice. However, doesn't really fit in that composition style. When you're playing that Watson, you like to be a little bit more passive, playing in buildings, the crypto, a little bit more on the tactical end, as you like to be a little bit more aggressive in your games. But Team Inferno, you can kind of see how they're playing this. They got that Bangalore, they got that Ash, two characters that really like playing aggressively. Once they get to that end game, they can also play that passive game with Watson as well. So we'll see what they can inevitably end up doing. The ban onto the Caustic really does make this Watson so much more prevalent, as canisters are really good on a map like this. But Frango gonna take a couple of kills already. Team wipe is gonna be there.
Yeah. Right now, DZ Esports talking about their side. Oh, on the other side, Hello Minds are going to get eliminated. DZ Esports were also that one team. If we talk about their previous standings, and again with 3, they were able to take some early gunfights and able to secure what 1 or 2 kills. Not really like in the a double-digit scenario, but looking confident. But oh, Team Inferno. I mean, the winner of last one up against the side of the ONYX can be a little bit difficult for that one team to just survive up against some of the top position teams, because their play style very much different. They are able to just wipe you off instead of the entire damage as soon as possible. So yeah, things can be a little bit tricky for you.
CCA. Take a little bit of a view towards them. They seem to be looking to go towards fiery aspects of this map, and at the thermal station, we'll just have to see whether or not they are inevitably going to try and go far west, or whether or not they're just going to go through the canyon and look to possibly play that way. Inside the zone, we're going to be seeing DZ Esports looking to possibly just keep this position secured. They're in the very northwest side of the map, and it seems as if the zone is going to be leaning towards there inevitably anyway, so it is going to work out in their favor. So currently a couple teams outside the zone, but for the most part, most teams are going to start rallying and mobbing within the zone itself. So currently, we are looking at XP rough. I don't know. They've been a pretty rough situation. D665, same thing. Neither teams have had the best showing so far today. However, they definitely have shown that their firepower is enough to be able to take a game win. Phantom Esports throwing in some thermite grenades. We see the Bangalore ult as well coming on top of them. Unfortunately, Phantom Esports, they are going to have to deal with the after effects of an ultimate of that caliber. It certainly would not be great.
Yeah. For now, ooh, Roughneck's team's gonna get eliminated. That was the one last guy trying to just play on the survivor gameplay, just trying to get the maximum number of the placement points as soon as possible.
Enemy at that location.
DD, D665. You see them with the Ash Shield. You've taken in the bow check. Shots go a little bit wide, not going to be able to connect. Instead, shortness is going to lead to them trying to just regain themselves, replenish shields, and now just going to stage back up on the high ground on top of this train. All right, well, Frango with the drone in hand, trying to get a little bit of information. The information game goes well for them, as they are going to be able to spot a couple enemies, give out pings. D665 going to try and play off of that. The EMP comes on out, going to be taking a little bit of damage. Now Frango looking to go for the engagement. Peacekeeper online. They try and get some damage. However, the grenades are a little bit too shell-shocking for their own good. There's going to be the kill leader, Wiz, able to find 4 kills in the round, and so far, it's going to be 7 in total, I believe, for the team.
Yeah, talking about the overall gameplay, I think that Roughneck's T are having a good scenario where they can actually just maintain their positioning in terms of Lanza is going to be a big rotation blockade spots where you can actually just cut off a whole lot of rotation coming on from different teams. Yeah, and this is what we're talking about. Cumberland University comes to the same spot. They are able to get on the height advantage. So instead, 120 tag. Oh, what? Did Slash him put him away? No, that was... Oh, yeah, he put him away. Absolute Gamer goes down. I was not able to get a good view at the kill feed over there, but that's going to be the case now. Pit Killers also comes as a rise, but there's going to be more than 3 teams or 4 at the moment here at Landslide. Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
The ult comes up. Boom, bam, bye-bye.
I have to cancel the resurrection. Cumberland University trying to play aggressive, cracking the shields. Damage comes in. Resurrection's going to be here immediately. We see the kill leader actually taken down. Now, as Cumberland University going on in, there is going to be Zach W. Keys looking to go for the flank. They have the Peacekeeper in hand, going for the shots, able to connect. Big Killers in the low ground, getting completely zoned out. Med kits and syringes are all they have to keep themselves alive. Demon gonna have that Phoenix Shield as well, gonna be utilized, but not gonna be enough to sustain themselves within the zone for long. ONYX gonna be in a really decent situation right now, maybe even one that could poise themselves to take this map. Decent bit of damage coming in from the Bangalore ultimate on the opposite side. Gonna be good for pressuring teams to start rotating in. They do have the charged rifle if they so choose, but currently we're just gonna be seeing Skyhook. Looking like this bridge is gonna be super impactful. Is Rango actually going to be lowering themselves, looking to go for kills? They're going to be able to spot one player with the drone coming in from Mountie. Now, as this shield is going to be starting to be depleted, they just want to keep on firing. They want to go and they want to take some kills. We see the ultimate coming in from the Catalyst. Now, as that is going to be coming online, they're going to get a bit of pressure relieved, but Phantom Esports going to actually give up on it.
Phantom Esports, talking about the side of Morg, we do have some great scenarios coming in from the other end. As a coming university trying their little best to attain some really good points at the point, because they are going to be the team very much too close to attaining match point. But for now, it's going to be Pathfinder. Oh, one of the players goes down, and the revival will be getting made as soon as possible. The Gibraltar shield comes up, tactical being utilized. He's just trying to just call him up towards the cover, but oh, he's just gonna get dropped down. Just sliding on the way from merry-go-round.
That's a crazy res spot.
Yeah, that's a crazy res spot, definitely. But fun one too. DD Esports on the other hand, we do have the Watson Ultimates. It's gonna provide all of the shield regeneration that you need at the moment, but they have to leave this spot as they have to take a rotation towards the next circle.
But the damage coming on in, the car's going to be doing it, swapping in, and they keep on fighting. The Horizon utility going to be putting a little bit of a wrench in the plans, but New King is just going to be alive and kicking. On the high ground, we're going to be seeing them throwing in the thermite grenade. They got that 30-30 repeater in hand, Golden Eva 8 auto as well if they need going close, but Esports down to 1 remaining player. Team Inferno having the entire squad alive over in the lava pits. Going for some damage. The RE45 not able to connect too much. Able to find some shots to find their stray, but the Killers still alive. This is the second place team. We must remember that as they certainly are poised to do some real damage. Find that impact. But currently we see the Watson ult coming down, looking like they want to try and play a little bit aggressive. This passive hold that they're going for, though, it's not going to be enough. That aggression I was just talking about, it needs to come out. It needs to come out now. They're not in zone, and they got to get there. They got to get their ASAP. There's 3 squads over here, and they need to make something happen right now, though. Team Inferno using the passive of this Bangalore, instantly running into their enemies, finding the double kill. Cumberland University eliminated. Phantom Esports eliminated.
I mean, 2 of the contenders when it comes on getting the match point. Cumberland University with 38, and Phantom Esports last time we saw them at 22. So yeah, for this side of Phantom Esports, they have to just wait in for a while. I'm not sure if they were able to secure 40 before they went out. But for the side of Fit Killers, for the side of ONYX, they are very much into the game. I mean, Fit Killers, I'm pretty sure that Fit Killers have already secured match point scenario, but in this game they have to just like wait for a while and also secure the next one to get the victory and remain the become the title champion for the 3rd edition of the Epic Trials being organized from the Arena's custom arena. But on the way for the side of Fit Killers, we do see them getting onto the countdown stage. They're trying to go towards the drop package. Be a little bit more careful. Yeah. Oh, a red tier triple deck is all you need, my friend, in the current meta to make sure that you are giving hell to your opponents. A back spot not the right spot to use a triple take. There you are. You are way too overexposed. The shield comes up from the side of Newcastle, not going to provide the right amount of cover. A few more explosive ordnance on your way, and you are done and dusted.
And New Kings with the G7 Scout looking to fire away, taking the damage, gonna be able to find the kill. 5 squads remain. Pit Killers in a really rough spot. It's all up to Chico. Last remaining player. The one in their name is accurate. New Kings gonna have a seriously good situation on their hands. All 3 players, strong HP on everyone's hands. 2 tanks alive, looking to keep this high ground to their own. HYK in a similar situation, playing in the building, looking to possibly make something happen, but as soon as they get trapped in here, it could be a very rough spot, especially if the zone does not go their way. There's going to be the shields cracked away. 8 shield batteries, so it is certainly not the worst situation whatsoever. However, New Kings on the opposite side of the zone, they're going to need to make their way on in, but currently 152 damage, 47 Savage, putting in the work, putting in the effort, and now they keep on running the opposing squad's fade.
Yeah, New Kings actually trying to play like the New Kings, and maybe things can also be a little bit more on the positive side, if you ask me honestly, because New Kings last time we saw, they were at the I guess they were not at the top of the table right now, but good elimination number points coming their way, and in the top 5 they are looking like the team who can actually put up a good fight up against new teams like Team Inferno and Pit Killers.
Shield batters come out. Pit Killers, 2 players needing to get revived. Taking hand, Sheikah gonna be in a low spot, needing to get something done, but DZ Esports taking a bit of damage. Duke going for the shield, dropping in the tactical ability, going for a bit of a backup. They do have the ultimate if they so do need. Once you get into an endgame situation, you imagine that that's going to be popped relatively soon. 30-30 repeater and Peacekeeper in the hands of Void X, seeming as if this long-range, short-range combo could be necessary to be able to find some wins here, and it seems as if Team Inferno is so stacked together. Definitely possible for them to be able to find a win. We'll just have to wait and see whether or not they're going to be inevitably able to do it. Kills come in! The FTK, the Pit Killers, they take the next death. 4 squads remain. All previous champions are down. 12 players, 12 individuals, all 4 squads having full players in the hands. DZ Esports gonna be on the low ground. We see them taking a little bit of a risk, moving towards the outside, but the shields get cracked. Team Inferno gonna be playing passive, not in zone, needing to move. No utility except for that Ash blade to make themselves go a little bit closer. But we can kind of take a look at the minimap. All 4 players are in similar situations. This west side of the zone is completely entrenched of players. Shots go in. 30-30 repeater, not able to connect.
Yes, sir. At this point of time, Imperial and Pilchus 41 side, we do see from their side, they're trying to engage with the ONYX and their team. Talking about the side of HYK, they're just maintaining this high ground, maintaining this positional scenario for their spot. But trying to talk about the side of New Kings, they are very much in a little bit of that bad spot, just a little bit. I'm trying to act like a Mexican kid, but trust me, I'm not. And I'm trying to try that again. But yeah, the other side of Team Inferno, they are kind of stuck over here. Honestly, they have to use up more than 2 ultimates. I mean, they have to use the Bangalore ult and the Ash ult at the right hand to get out of this scenario as soon as possible. That's going to be a nice one, but yeah, the angles are exposed. No, the angles are exposed. Somebody's gonna wipe them out, mow them down from the top of the position over here, where HYK is at, where the other team's at, New Kings is at.
Oh, New Kings gonna be in a low spot. 2 players that want critical HP. Trying to go for the shield batteries, but 2 players fall. New Kings roll all up to Imperial's favor, making nothing remains. It's the Kings fall down. DZ Esports, they are in a pretty rough spot. They have that Bangalore utility. They bought the tactical ability to go with that smoke screen out. They still have yet to leave their little pouch. HYK on the high ground, looking to take this win, and they're poised to do just that. There's going to be the crypto drone, able to connect to a lot of players. The EMP not ready just yet. They still got those T2020s, and as that dual weaponry, that can be very good in that close range engagement. DZ Esports, still though, they gotta move soon. They got that Ash blade. They want to use it to the high ground most likely. We'll see whether or not they can do it. But right now, they gotta do something. It's a 2 squad away from them. 2 squads away from victory. DZ Esports, can they make the impossible possible? They go in, they fight. Duke is about to die to the storm, but this could be the first one of all. It's going to be Ash. There's going to be the Watson as well. The entire squad wipes DZ Esports away. And now it's Team Inferno in a 2v3 situation. But everyone falls. The cataclysm of is absolute absurdity. And Team HYK will be your champions of game number 4.
Yeah, getting the champions of game number 4. I'm pretty much on it right now. They are the first team, actually the top 3 teams to maybe get onto the match point finale at the moment, because I'm pretty much sure about that. Before we went down to game number 2, they were at what, around 28 to 29. When the game number 3 ended, they were able to score up more than 36 points. And now getting that Apex champion and now being at a good elimination spot, I'm pretty much sure that ONYX, HYK, and Fit Killers are on match point finale.
HYK, 15 eliminations
15,
and a win. Certainly not something you can take lightly. Team Inferno in second, DZ Esports in third. Absolute tragedy for the rest of the squads, as Cumberland University, yes, they had a decent showing. I believe that's going to put them up to 50. Never mind, they're still at 44. Team Inferno up to 53 points in second place. We see Fit Killers as well at 41.
Yeah, I mean, good set of kills. I mean, when you talk about HYK, they were able to wipe out what, more than 4 squads? No, actually 4 squads is going to be a sweet spot to tell you, right? 3 from everybody, they have 15. So yeah, a pretty good one indeed. Now, when we talk about some other teams as well, on the earlier side, we did saw New Kings able to capitalize on 5 kill points compared to what we saw, what we have seen from them in the previous game. They were not looking very much confident. They were not looking like the team that we have seen in the group stages. But right now, it is going to be, from what information that I'm seeing right now on my right screen, it's going to be Fit Killers, Cumberland University 44, Team Inferno 53, HYK 63. There are more than 4 teams on match point finale. Map point.
Wow.
Trust me, match point finale.
That is some absurdity. I mean, this is going crazy. Anyone can take the win here, and it is certainly looking like we are in for a day. I mean, I just can't wait. We'll have to wait and see who is going to be inevitably the team to win it. I wouldn't be surprised if we go wild till we see it, because we've seen so many teams looking like they've been able to find wins, but unfortunately, it's just been so detrimental. Once you lose that first game, it's really, really rough.
Yeah. I mean, at this point of time, we have to, talk about HYK, Team Inferno, and Cumberland University, and of course, Fit Killers. Time is that Cumberland University past 2 games, not been the really great of what I have seen from this team. But talking about the side of, talking about the side of Team Inferno, especially for the side of HYK, they have been pretty much consistent, pretty much, on point with their gunfights and rotations, especially talking about their game on stop point. So I feel like we have 4 teams on match point finale. This is going to might be the last game for the day. I mean, we are already in game number 5, so yeah, it should be over by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go to that game number 6. It's definitely a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it, but game number 7, maybe that's a little bit too much to ask for. We'll have to wait and see, but currently it's definitely seeming as if anyone's going to be able to take this. I don't even know who I'd root for. I guess Team Inferno still. I think they've been looking consistently better than the rest. I think in terms of fragging potential, you got to go Cumberland University. They've been constantly on the top of the leaderboard in terms of their kills. However, in terms of being able to find high placements, that's been a little bit of a different situation.
Yeah. For now, it is going to be, I guess, it looks like to me it is going to be the one last map in game number 5. But yeah, you have to just wait for a while. But Yeah, in game. Wait a second. Wait. I guess we are missing something. Hey, folks, correct me if I'm wrong from the back end team and even in the chat. After game number 3, no. Yeah, I thought for a second that after game number 3, it was HYK to cross that 40-point marker, but yeah, that didn't happen. So yeah, game number 5 will be getting played. Yeah, right. Sorry. Do you have any thoughts, Cherry?
Oh, well, I thought we were going to a break, but you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick little break. We will be back with game number 5, game number 6, all of the games ahead of you. So do not go anywhere. Don't change the Twitch channel. We will be back right after this. Anyway, have a good night.
Welcome to Karina's Custom Arena,
where the competition is fierce
and the
community unstoppable.
From Apex Legends gunfights
So far, gonna push through. Can he get it? That's the
to epic Tekken 8 clashes.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
and wild team wars in Marvel Rivals.
And a triple for the side of Psylocke. Possibly a
CCA brings you tournaments across today's most exciting games.
With cash prizes, brackets, and spotlight moments all wrapped into one. And don't forget about Karina's Custom Arcade.
Earn Karina coins just by playing, watching, or helping during events.
Then cash them in for consoles, controllers, gift cards, and more. So what are you waiting for?
Join the community, enter a bracket, and start your journey at Karina's Custom Arena.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're joining you once more at Karina's Custom Arena. Game number 5 is upon us. 4 teams on match point. Who will be able to take it? My name is Cherry J, joining once more with Bullet for today's event. Now, Bullet, I want a prediction right here, right now from you. Who'd win this event?
I mean, at this point of time, I just can't really say, but I can say for a fact that our mechs are shredding that one team, which looks like a demolishers. Oh! It's going to be actually demolishers to go out of the equation for this game. I mean, they were very much close when we talk about to securing that match point, though, because the last time we saw they were at 25 to 26, but right now they're getting eliminated very early. Is something not looking very good. I mean, ONYX is that one team who has been very surprised to me. I mean, being that one team to be very dominant in their group stages and now struggling to even get in the top 10. Don't get me wrong, ONYX, I think I think like it's today, it's not their day, or maybe they're just not able to analyze what's going wrong out for them.
Spotted an enemy.
Yeah, it's definitely not seeming as if they're playing to their par, as if who knows what the problem is. Maybe there's a lack of team synergy. Maybe there's something going on, some technical difficulties. But we're going to switch over. D665, a team that we've seen have moments of shine, however, unable to find that victory inevitably in the end. So we can take a look. Zone is going to be pulling bottom left of the map of this game. A couple teams going to be over there already, but unfortunately for some of these teams towards the northeastern side, they're going to have a whole hike away from them.
Yeah, let's see, man, because let me remind you again, folks, because right now there are going to be 4 teams to be at the match point. Fit Killers, Cumberland University, Team Inferno, and none other than HYK. I want to ask, what does HYK means? Do you know something? You have any clue?
Head your king. I don't know. Something like that.
Maybe a head of your king.
Oh, hear your king. Hear your kings. Maybe? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, hear your king. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be it.
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah. I could
But we're just going to take a little bit of a look. We get a bit of a gander coming on in. 3 teams within that secondary zone. D665, they're going to be taking this pretty standardized composition. After all the bans come in and go, we see the Fuse getting locked in. Certainly an interesting character. You know, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think that the Ring of Fire can be a good ability in an endgame, but beyond that, it's pretty easy to just walk in and out of it without too much detriment. Cumberland University up towards this gate. We've seen Zach W. Keys on the Pathfinder before, not finding too much success since game number 1. We'll see whether or not this game will change that. But currently, the Lurker is going to be in a pretty rough spot, as their Jibby is going to be in a pretty rough spot as well. Cumberland University, though, taking the Pathfinder ultimate, looking to gain an advantage, going to close the gap. As the Peacekeeper comes on in, they close one down, but they still are missing a player. There's going to be a bit of damage, 84 to the head. Now maxing out the shield. Cumberland University losing the first, looking to find the second, dropping down. It's a 1v1 situation. Jack W. Keys needing to dance around the shield, trying to bring their own up and at him, but Cumberland University already falls down to the Lurkers.
Yeah, for now, we talk about the Lurkers. They are pretty much very consistent, but you know, in the overall scenario, they have to still work it out for a while, and they gotta be a little bit lucky. I mean, if the top 4 team secures that Apex champion in this map, it's gonna be a whole lot of you know, hard situation to just make sure that they are the team to actually get onto the match one, because Lurkers are in the bottom 15. I mean, they were at the 15 spot. But I'm not really sure. Is Overstat GT? Oh, wait. Let me just confirm this one up. Was it Lurkers game number 2? Oh, yeah, folks. Yeah. Now I'm pretty sure about it. We are running onto some troubles with some team stats in Overstat GT. It's not updating. So, yeah, we might have some wrong stats for a while. So apologies for that. There is some, because I'm pretty sure that Lurkers did confirm up more than 4. I could be wrong, but they did confirm a 4 in game number 3, and it shows 0. So weird.
Definitely unfortunate, but we're going to take a bit of a look. Rango going to get some shots on in. 108, and they are cracking the shield. Wiz looking to play a little bit aggressive. They are looking to find the kill. Bocheck comes on in, dropping a player down. I believe that was Rango. Never mind. Maybe they haven't secured the kill just on it yet. That would do it, though. As we see this kill secured, 11 squads remain. Going to be 28 remaining players as well.
I talk about some other teams as ONYX as well. Have you know it, folks? The top 40 teams, well, actually, the teams who are able to cross up the 40-point marker are on the verge of securing the match point. And right now, it's going to be just 4 teams. Fit Killers, Command University, Team Inferno, and HYK. For some other teams, have to just also, like, 2 things are there. They have to also, like, be a little bit lucky if these 4 teams are not able to get that Apex champion in the game number 5, which is happening right now at this map. But if they get it, things are going to be a little bit, unusual. Like, imagine if we are going to map number 7.
We're already down. 10 squads remain. The Lurkers, after taking down Cumberland University, they're going to have to take their next challengers approaching. Damage comes in. The PK is putting in the work. And now they keep on fighting. They keep on rolling. The first falls, but now with the Mirage passive alive, they're going to be able to find this next resurrection for free. It's Pepe's to fall, but the other 2 players are allowed to just completely get away. Never mind, the Mirage falls, and now White Apex, after being the first one to fall, they're the last one to live. And as the ultimate from the Gibraltar comes on up, they're going to try and get the resurrection down on their other teammates. ONYX trying to get the kill, and they are going to be able to do just that. Frango eliminated, down for the count.
Yeah, just two teams being at match point right now. I have a feeling now this can go up till map number 7. There's not going to be 4 teams, so apologies for that. So it's going to be Team Inferno with 50 points, Team HYK with more than 50 points, Cumberland University, because are just trying to catch up and just make sure that they are maybe the next 2 teams now. But at the moment, it's Inferno and HYK for clearing things out. So now, when we talk about some of the teams who are trying to get in the safe side as possible, we do see the shift coming in where we do have the Asasu Merc trying to rotate off from the barometer. We do have some really edge-to-edge gameplay coming off from Lurkers and one more team as well. So now Lurkers being that one team who is not in a good spot for the overall standings, taking a fight against ONYX can actually punish them really bad.
A little bit of damage coming on in. ONYX looking to fight. They want to fight now. The Bangalore ult is going to be putting in a lot of pressure. However, the Lurkers instantly backing up. The first one falls. Now, instantly thirsting the kill. 2v3 situation. Trying to get the medkit off. Not going to be able to happen. The shields break. The team falls. The Lurkers eliminated. That leaves 8 squads remaining in contention.
Yeah. ONYX, they are at overall 38. They have to get more, around 13 to 14 more to just make sure that they are also in the match point. But yeah, talking about the side of Cumberland University, you have to see them where they are in the map right now. Talk about these 665. They're trying to take a rotation towards the barometer. We do have the Fuse ultimate getting powered up from the side of Gulf CB. They are trying to get inside this compound, getting inside the building structure is going to provide that cover. Smokes come off through, but Smash is going to be the lone player surviving. The 2 guys are out of the equation for the moment.
HYK, one of the teams on match point, looking to possibly go for a fight. They do have the crypto drone, EMP online. See whether or not they're going to go for Team Inferno, the other team that has that eligibility to end it all here and now. Shots go in, 1 player without cover to play behind. Team Inferno going to be punished for their missteps. Whether or not they are going to be risking it for the biscuit. Currently no necessary needs to go for kills, as they can win this tournament out right there now. One win would secure it. RMX still needing to put themselves on match point. Targeting teams like Inferno, like HDK would be probably for the best, but I doubt they're going to have that foresight to be able to find which team is which. ONYX going to have a little bit of a lead to go as well, as 96 damage already, destroying the shield. And they instantly follow up. They want to take this aggression. They want to dominate their opposition. The answer seems to be there, but it's just not coming together. Just get puzzle pieces not fitting into place.
Yeah. For now, for the side of ONYX, and this top 8 squad, things can be, things can be a little bit different. Things can be a little bit dicey. Talking about the side of Phantom Esports, they are at 25. They need more, or actually 26 for to 25. So they can also be that team if Team Inferno and HYK are not able to secure up in this match point finale.
The damage coming on in. ONYX looking to play really aggressive, but the damage going to come in. Looking to shield swap, able to do just that. Now, back up. Looking to play in the zone. The zone is going to be coming very close, right by the water. However, CCA Esports playing towards the coast. They have a decent position in terms of where this ring is going to be heading towards. However, they're going to have to be playing a little bit towards the mainland. They want to be able to have that zone secured instantaneously. Currently, though, we're going to be seeing dropping in RMX. A couple players down already. Especially Fuse now. Going to secure the kill. It's going to happen very swiftly. RMX going to drop another player. 2v3s all the way down, but make it a 1. The whole team falls. RMX just crumbling to dirt.
Yeah. Phantom Esports NA trying to get in this spot, which can be a little bit troublesome. With these, we do see the explosive ordnance going in their way. Phantom Esports. Oh, that was that one damage. Pretty nasty one. The ultimate comes up. One of the guys going to push down. Bro, the guys from Phantom goes down. There's going to be guys who have left out in this 1v2 scenario from what I'm able to see, but not it's going to be a 1v3, I guess. The Inferno still kicking alive in this very close compound.
Yeah, the zone closing instantly. Medkit pops. They do have the right portal if they so do choose. However, it allows their opponents to be able to keep up the same level of mobility if they come into contact. 5 squads remaining. 13 players alive. Almost enough to make up the whole squads. 2 squads without 1, but Duke almost eliminated. But they would be able to get the resurrection, possibly. Shield battery gets popped, keeping the medkits for later. They gotta go through this, but currently DZ Esports in a little bit of a bad spot. They're on an island, literally and figuratively. They need to make their way over to the zone, and it's going to be difficult to make that jump, especially when it comes down to it. Duke and the rest of the team, Shush, Voidex, all separated, all isolated. HYK, they're still on match point. They still have that chance. We'll see whether or not they can secure it. Here now, the Kraber are going to be alive as well.
Yeah. But the last 4 squad, things are getting very diced up because the 2 teams who can get this entire title are still very much alive. So maybe in the final fight, it can be that 1v1 squad who are going to just face out each other for the match point finale, or maybe these both teams can actually go down in this final 4 squads remaining in.
Damage gonna be there. HYK trying to get some shots in with Kraber. Peacekeeper comes on out. HYK taking some shots, able to find the first. The Pathfinder falls. There's gonna be 2 players down for HYK. They keep on trying to play something, but they fall in the end. DZ Esports trying to get the resurrections online. They still need to get Duke up if they want to try and get the win, though. They do still have the Phoenix kit. They might try and opt in to drop it down. 3 squads remaining. Team Inferno gonna be one of them. Team DZ Esports going to be another cracking the shields. ONYX on the opposite side. There's going to be Team Inferno going for a bit more damage. They lock down the HP. Crutch going to be dropping down to the shields remain. There's going to be DZ Esports with the HP back up to full for everyone on the roster, but so far away from the zone. They need to make a hike to approach, but there's so little cover to protect them. They gotta rotate coast side. However, there's opposition. 120. There's the Bangalore smoke coming right on out. We see the Watson ult. It's going to be able to get them a little bit of sustainability. ONYX, opposite side, they got the PK. G7 Scout as well, looking to play from range. They want to try and keep this distance, especially when it comes down to it. They want to use that Bangalore ult as their win condition. To be able to find the win, they got to make something happen. Trying to possibly kidnap somebody with this Wraith portal. Let's see whether or not they're going to be able to do it. Team Inferno, though, definitely poised for a win to possibly come out. DZ Esports trying to get the shot in with Kraber, not going to be able to connect. Shield battery comes on out. They do have that ult from this Pathfinder if they so do choose, but currently it's just not available. Kraber, 3 shots remain. Now down so few players.
Fana is going to be the 3 spots remaining in DZ Esports. And trying to just find that one victory where they can if they get in, because they have more than around 6 points right now. But they're getting very close. We do see the Bangalore's tacticals getting used. Team Inferno, are they still kicking in? Oh yes, ONYX are just going to be there at the right spot as well. But no, Andy is going to be the lone player surviving, just trying to get out of the spot. It might be the Team Inferno to clutch out the victory, and that's why I get to go down. Oops, I guess I said it a little bit early. R9 wrapping gets one more. It's going to be ONYX to get eliminated. So it's going to be Team Inferno trying to shut down the side of DZ Esports. It might be the clutch coming up from the side of R9 raping. He finds the final shot, and it's going to be Team Inferno winning the 3rd edition of CCA's Apex Legends Trios series for the August edition. I mean, a great for the July edition. I mean, a great run coming down from the side of Team Inferno. Talking about their entire, stats all the way from game number 1. They were at the 4th spot. In game number 2, they tried to clutch it up, but they got eliminated really early. In the 3rd one, they were able to get the number 1 spot. In the 4th one, they were right up there chasing down HYK in the 2nd position, where HYK claimed up the victory. But right now, getting the 3rd team to do the damage to the number 1 team and then claiming up the victory, that was a wise one.
An absolutely dominant performance. Team Inferno will be your champions tonight. And honestly, Bullet, I got nothing else. I think that they played some phenomenal Apex Legends time and time again throughout this entire series, and that we saw a lot of contenders making them play for it. But unfortunately, at the end, Game 5 goes their way. 76 points and 38 kills throughout the night. A absolutely masterclass performance from Team Inferno. HYK coming in 2nd, ONYX 3rd, DZ Esports coming in 4th, Cumberland squeaking in the 5 spot. That's absolutely just a stacked lineup of teams. This was easily the most entertaining Apex I've been able to cast in a long time. Super good teams to come forth today, and Team Inferno was the one to stand on top.
Yeah. That was our Team Inferno. Look at them. They were able to secure 76, HYK with 74. I mean, HYK, they were just moments away to secure that victory. But yeah, they did take up that early fight up against DZ Esports. They were able to sustain some damage, but not all of it. And then Team Inferno came out of nowhere to just secure that match point victory. But for now, folks, that is going to be that. And we are done with all of the games. But I guess we have a small little surprise for you. That's the tradition over here at the CCAs. We do have the winners interview. So yes, we will be coming up with a winners interview pretty soon now. But talking about the side of ONYX, talking about the side of Cumberland University, talking about the side of HYK. I mean, these were the teams who we were looking at. Me personally, if I want to just add that. I mean, for the side of Cumberland University, they were looking at that. They're going to be that that one team who will definitely can be at the number 1 spot, because the improvisation and the involvement coming up all the way from the group stages was very much well. But talking about the side of HYK ONYX, Yeah, I did saw HYK also being at the top in the same category as Cumberland University, but I didn't saw Team Inferno winning out this entire thing for themselves.
Team Inferno. I mean, I had thought that they were a team that certainly had the chance, but I would not have predicted them as the winners. But that's what happens. Apex Legends, it's a game of luck, skill, and a combined aura farming of every individual on these rosters. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. We got interviews coming up with the winners from Team Inferno. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Don't change the Twitch channel. We'll be back right after this break for our interviews.
the guys that I know, you know, if I take tonight off, I know that one of them is probably in the studio crafting something magical, you know, so I should probably stay a little longer. I should probably not go to the club. I should just, you know, work, because I know that there's somebody else working if I decide to go play.
Name of those nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest.
Yeah.
100,000 on watches, I'm just honest. Coops all on coops, I'm just honest. Piss coming back dirty, I'm just being honest. Got bitches kissing on bitches, I'm just being honest. I'm a rock star for life, I'm just being honest. Got a check coming right now, I'm just being honest. We done turned up and platinum, then we gon' hit Onyx. Ain't nothing but a dope boy, I'm just being honest. Yeah. These niggas getting shot for being honest. I fucked her on the spot, I'm just being honest. I'ma stack it till it rock, I'm just being honest. And I'm driving fire, coops, dash 200. Live a rich nigga life, I'm just being honest. Real street nigga ain't get nothing but some pain from it. Name of those nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest.
Yeah.
100,000 on watches, I'm just honest. Coops all on coops, I'm just honest. Black strings and truck spot, I'm honest. Get real with all you niggas, I'm just too honest. Two bitches at the strip club, I'm just honest. Two them niggas all out the hood, I'm just honest. Little Mexico for life, I'm just honest. I came up shooting dice, I'm just honest. Name of those nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest. I'ma stack it till it rock, I'm just being honest. And I'm driving fire, coops, dash 200. Live a rich nigga life, I'm just being honest. Real street nigga ain't get nothing but some pain from it. Name of those nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest. 100,000 on watches, I'm just honest. Coops all on coops, I'm just honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are returning to you with post-match interviews with the side of Team Inferno. We are here with the one, the only Veguk, the rapping, Matt Gallo from Team Inferno. So, a bit of a special occasion for us today. It is not going to be that standard 3-man team. Instead, it is going to be 2 of the players as well as the coach of the Team Inferno roster. So, hello everyone. Would you guys like to give introductions?
My name is V.
How y'all doing? On Discord. Okay.
Oh, unmute on Discord. Go ahead, Matt.
I got you. How y'all doing? My name is Matt Gallo, coach for Team Inferno. Nice to meet y'all.
What's good?
Sir.
My name is V. IGL for Team Inferno.
Yo, my name is Rapping. Sub for Team Inferno.
Well, son, right there.
Before I get started with the questions regarding the tournament, I just first I want to ask, what do you think about all 3 of you here? Because you definitely, I'm pretty sure that even as coach, Matt Gallo spends a whole lot of time playing Apex Legends. I really want to ask, what do you think about the recent changes that has been introduced to the recent patch notes with Apex Legends Showdown, especially with some of the changes coming to Bangalore, some of the changes coming to the Caustic Gas Boy. So what do you think about it? What do you think are some of these changes already kind of like affecting the meta, or you guys are good with it?
From personal experience, I like the changes just because it makes it more competitive, makes it more strategic in a way, with like the amp up everything is shit like that, especially with the rank. You know what I'm saying? It just makes people get involved more with like comment to your teammates instead of being quiet and stuff. It's a team communication game. So like whenever you don't have a game plan or something, a lot of stuff falls apart.
Definitely. What about you, we rapping and Matt Gallo?
Go ahead, rap.
Go ahead.
As far as the changes are concerned, I think they're all good changes as far as the game's concerned. It really is it's almost like a brand new game with the Evo spawns, some of the meta shifting, all of that fun stuff. Bangalore being as good as she is, Caustic as good as he is. It's just different. With CC, it's a lot of Caustic, Bangalore, Alter. Probably you don't really see as much of kind of everything being the exact same, but yeah, I think the changes are good overall.
Mm-hmm. Any questions coming from your side, Cherry?
I'll just end it off with one of my own. So, guys, congrats on the win, and I want to get your thoughts. So, game number 1, you guys played very well. You came 4th place overall, and it worked pretty well for you. And then towards that end there, game number 4, game number 5, game number 3 as well, you really started picking up the pace and picking up the momentum. Was there any change in the mentality coming into that, or did you guys just kind of keep the same ideology going throughout the whole series and just kind of had fun?
Oh yeah, so game 2 I had a DC, so after that we immediately knew we had to change something up until mental wise and also team wise, like with the comp, who was playing who and stuff like that. As soon as we came together as a team, communicated amongst each other, we made a comp up, figured out who was playing who, what role, and then everything just went afloat. And then as you could tell, the result showed.
Yeah. If I just want to talk about the final game, Team HYK, DZ, and ONYX. And I guess, like these 2 were the teams were being very, not say that they were playing very passive, but what was the mindset right up in the final circle when the 3 squads are at the 3 corners of the final circle, like you, DZ, and HYK? What was the communication sounding like?
So I'm gonna just put in like the IGL kind of like head here. When your team's very erratic in the end game, it's more likely just tell them to chill out. This team has to do this so you can chill out. You know what I'm saying? So like, nobody's over peaking, nobody's overdoing anything. And then if you're swinging something, you have to swing it together. Just because there's 2 other teams left. So if you fight one, you got to fight the other.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's all of the questions coming in from my side. Any last questions from your side, Cherry, before we wrap this up?
Well, I'm just going to end off asking all of you. We'll start in order from how the names are listed. So, Viguk, I'll start out asking you, anyone you want to thank? Any family, friends, pets, anything like that you would like to give a shout out to before we head out?
I'ma always thank my boy Matt, you know what I'm saying? That's the twin right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna thank my boy Zay, always with the good support, and Team Inferno. And my son too, V-Rap, my little son.
All right, 2V-Rap, you want to give us a little bit of a follow-up, and you have anybody specifically in mind, or?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Viguk and Matt for allowing me to sub in and actually play with them for this tournament. Yeah, shout out to all of them for letting me sub in for them.
Okay.
All right, and the camaraderie is great here. Everyone giving thanks. Matt Gallo, I'll end off our interview section with you. Anybody at all you would like to thank, or are we gonna get some similar answers?
Shoot, thank Vega for being the best IGL. Thank Rappin for being the best sub. Shout out Crutch for being the best sub. Shout out Team Inferno for being the best org. Shout out CCA for putting on the event. Shout out my mama, you know what I'm saying, for bringing me in. And shout out everybody else.
You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, folks, that was that. Thank you so much for being a part of the CCA's 3rd edition of the Epic Trials. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please let us know any kind of feedback. You are in the Discord server. The whole gang is up here. The whole production team is here. Make sure to let us know any kind of feedback that you have. But that was that, folks. That was the winner of today's event. That was Team Inferno. Cherry, I mean, this has been a long day for us as well. I mean, going up to game number 5 to 6. I mean, going up to game number 5. I mean, we had some days where we went up to game number 7 from what I recall. But yeah, that was a long broadcast as well. A huge shout out to everybody in our backend team. A huge shout out to Sirius. A huge shout out to Captain Jack. A huge shout out to our producer, who was named as, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to call it, that was Alex. And a huge shout out to also goes out to our CCA slasher. I mean, Cherry, you were a great co-caster as well. I really enjoyed my time casting with you. I mean, getting an Apex fan who loves the game so much, it's been a pleasure and an honor to share the desk with you.
Yes, absolutely. Anyways, we're going to end off our stream here and now. But before we head out, ladies and gentlemen, one last thing to remember. So, here's the big thing. September, it is the month of fun, family, and all that. And CCA takes it very important to take a break. So we will be having those fun community events being ran throughout September. However, tournaments will be on hold. We will be returning in October with even more action for you to follow along. However, that's going to be it for us on the desk. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you to Cercius for pushing buttons behind the scene. Thank you to Capjack for being an awesome tournament organizer, something like that. Who knows?
He's the director of the show.
To our lovely
He's gonna get us fired. Come on, Cherry.
Alex, for coming on and being there to watch the games, putting on every team to highlight. And thank you to you, the viewers. Thank you for tuning in. We would not be able to make this possible without you. Thank you so much. Have a good night.